Riveting. Riveting. So wait, guys, we haven't seen each other in like 3 weeks. This is it? This is nothing new? Nothing exciting? Wow, fuck y'all. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna, that's my cordial opening. That's it. Everything past here is hostile shit. Alright. So, I guess, yeah, Eric, you had a great opening because that's gonna be our.
Oh, that's the. Wait a minute. That's actually the opening topic?
That's the opening topic.
Holy shit! I actually screamed out the right opening topic for once. Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay,
wait,
cool.
Do you want to do the like review?
I feel like just about everyone watching right now knows the backstory to this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Where's Chris?
Yeah, where is Chris?
We're not gonna get Chris tonight. He's out with his wife.
Oh, okay. He's not playing with dead bodies tonight.
Brandon says hi.
Tell him I said okay. Next time you talk to him, tell him I'm not ignoring him. I'm just genuinely broke, and I don't.
Dude, it's actually cheaper than you think. It's like 40 cents for 15 minutes.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Dude, in Florida, it's like $5-6. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like 40 cents for 15 minutes.
Well then, shit. I'm gonna actually answer the next time he calls then.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad. Tell him to call me because tell him I genuinely thought it was more expensive. Anyway,
Right.
Which, by the way, since we're talking about free Brandon, now
Brandon will be back.
Brandon will be back. Yes. Now in regards to this Lindsay Clancy bitch.
Yes.
In case anyone's wondering who she is, and you've been living under a rock for the last week, she's a woman. Yeah, she's the woman who's currently sitting on trial for killing her 3 children, and they're now what's really gotten me confused.
Okay, Eric, don't do the whole thing is because then I'm gonna have to fucking backtrack.
What?
So if we're not gonna play a video on it, we'll give it a short summary.
Okay, give the short summary.
Lindsay Clancy, I think it was a year or two ago in 2023, like 2-3 years ago, had decided while her husband had went out for groceries to strangle all 3 of her children. One of them actually she had to chase down. Well, you muted yourself, Pops. You muted yourself.
While her husband went to CVS to get her medication,
Yeah.
Yep.
he murdered her kids.
Yeah, she murdered her kids.
Yeah, he murdered her.
And then on top of that, afterwards she jumped off of the balcony because she lived, I guess, in a high rise apartment.
About 12 feet up in the air. That's how she jumped.
Yeah, she tried to kill herself, but only ended up paralyzing herself because, like Pop just said, it's a 12-foot drop. That's not exactly hard. Um, and now they're in trial. She is on trial for the murder of her children, and she is not denying that she killed the kids. She's not denying any of that. She's only saying that her defense is not guilty due to temporary insanity from postpartum depression.
Which to me, that's bullshit.
All right,
That's
Eric,
that's
you could go. You could get your opening, and I'll go for it.
I mean straight. I mean, thank you for summarizing that. By the way, um, there are actually women coming online and making public statements saying that they are backing this woman,
Yeah.
saying that raising kids is hard. It could sometimes lead you to that point. Um, look, speaking as a father of a 13-year-old daughter who decides to have hormonal rages like every 30 minutes, um, no, I can tell you flat out those thoughts do not go through my head.
I'll do you one better than that. Being the father that raised this guy and by pretty much by himself while they were teens. Yeah, as much how do you say it? As much ammunition as I
I
had
wasn't.
to do something stupid like that with these two guys, never crossed my mind.
That was a pretty
Never.
difficult. I was a pretty
And
difficult kid.
now the fact that there are actually women saying, "Oh, well, I could feel how she feels. I understand where she's coming from." And the funny part is like I've never seen the divorce rate go so high. Like
Yeah,
there are actually men leaving their wives and their
yeah.
fiancés
I'd leave the
Kings,
because they're backing this woman.
smart kings.
Oh, very smart, very very smart kings. Bravo to all of them.
dude. I'd
Um,
leave the bitch too. Shit.
there is legitimately no excuse on this planet to kill your child at all. There is no excuse to do it.
None.
The only thing you are there to do for your child is protect them, take care of them, show them how to live and how to be a human and how to be an adult. That is your purpose. Your purpose is not to, oh, they're annoying me today. Oh, they're asking for too much. Oh, they're driving me up the wall. Well, guess
I
what?
heard voices. I heard
That
voices.
that's the even funnier part is that her stories don't line up with how she heard the voices. Because first, she was telling the cops that she heard the voices as soon as he left for CVS, and then she told the FBI that she started hearing the voices when he called her from CVS. So it's like shit's not lining up, bro.
It's like
Just
she's seen a lot of movies in her lifetime.
it's like just admit that you are a self-centered piece of shit
Yeah.
and that you genuinely just didn't want to deal with the kids anymore. Because I've even actually been out in public where like I've heard grown adults say with their full chest, yeah, one of the best parts about, watching kids is being able to give them back because I don't have to deal with those little bastards anymore. It's like, see, and you are the type of person that should not be a parent. Because in my mind, it's like if you're like, don't get me wrong, like I'll fuck around and be like, listen here, you little shit, like all the time to my fucking kid. But it's like, it's one thing to do that, but then to actually like say with your full chest, like I like something just that kind of fucked up in my opinion, it doesn't make sense to me. It genuinely doesn't. And Lindsay Clancy, I hope you get the death penalty. I genuinely do. I don't give a fuck that you're stuck in a chair. I hope you die. I genuinely hope you die because all you're doing right now is wasting my tax dollars. Literally, that's all you're fucking doing right now is wasting my tax dollars.
If Lindsay Clancy's innocent, so is Chris Benoit.
Oh, God damn it. How did I know you were going to bring that up?
That's all I'm saying. If you don't know who Chris Benoit is let me give you.
Go do some research.
Let me give you a quick. I got you right here. You Paul. Chris Benoit was one of my favorite wrestlers in the '90s and early 2000s.
Same.
He had this move called the flying headbutt.
Oh God.
This was before we knew what CTE was. And Chris Benoit also did steroids and testosterone. So
That never
one
helped.
one day he went on a psychotic break. Some say from the steroids, some say from the CTE that they found later was like so bad his brain was like basically an 83-year-old Alzheimer's patient. Um, Chris Benoit strangled his kids and his wife before himself, and he how he did that was like he hung himself on his exercise equipment. We all admonished Chris Benoit for that. There was no debate on like his mental health. We just went, that's fucked up. He's wrong. WWE basically erased him from history. You can see Chris Benoit now because of like historians fighting for the history. But if you go on the network or on Netflix, you can't search him by name. He's not allowed like to be spoken about in wrestling. He's taboo as fuck. So if Lindsay Clancy is okay, we gotta revisit Chris Benoit, okay? Because Our Lady Peace should have their song back. Is all I'm saying. That song was awesome. The entrance song.
And his son could actually get a career.
But isn't it crazy that like when we're talking about a male wrestler, this is not a debate, but we're talking about a.
The second it's a female, though.
It's a debate, no matter what it is, bro. It's disgusting.
Dude, we got people on here saying that we can't mourn the death of Dolly Parton because
We'll get to that.
we didn't match her political views or some shit, even though she's come out and publicly stated that she doesn't have any political views.
Yeah.
We'll get to Dolly Parton. That is on the topic list.
My
But
point of being on here right now is you retards need to literally learn what the actual definition of research is. It doesn't mean scroll through Facebook and read the headlines. You actually need to open up the article and read the paragraphs. I know that's a lot more than most of you are able to do because most of you only have a second grade reading level, but you need to go on to LinkedIn or wherever the fuck you need to go on to learn how to read, and you need to go actually read these fucking news so then you're not running around like a fucking blue-haired retard.
Slender, you want to weigh in on this for?
Sorry, I had something going on externally over here.
You're fine.
Do you need a reminder of where we're at, or were you keeping up?
Yeah, I'll probably need a reminder. Like I said, I had something externally going on.
We're on Lindsay Clancy. We're on
still on Lindsay Clancy. Yeah. So what was the last thing about it?
Well, we were just stating opinion on the case.
Oh, we're just doing general opinion on the case?
Yep.
I mean, there's only one real opinion to have. There's, like... hold on one second.
You're good.
External. It's okay, Slendy. It's been a couple of weeks. We got to get the rest out.
I mean, overall, like I said, I don't care if she's in a wheelchair. I don't care if she's paralyzed now. Like, killed your kids. You deserve to die. Flat out. Go on the chair. Get injected.
At the very least, it should be LWAP. If we're not gonna give her the death penalty, it should be LWAP. She shouldn't go to a fucking facility for a couple years and then walk. Like,
no, she should. It's either life in prison or death.
Sorry, I was interrupted as soon as...
No, life in an institution. Because they're not
No, fucking institution. Like, straight up, I say give her the death penalty because I don't want my tax dollars going to that bitch.
Yeah.
go ahead, Slendy. Nope.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly as everyone was saying. Like, you know, you have to Jesus. I don't know where all my stuff is. Anyway, yeah, it there's so much that I've been learning about the case. There's still, I guess, more coming out and everything as well,
Yeah, dude.
but
Like,
we'll
okay,
see.
okay. So that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about was that the defense is fucking leaning on the whole the insanity lean is sketchy to begin with. They had like and he's a really good fucking uh uh expert witness. No, it was a psychologist. But it was really the dude was like 5-star rated, super accoladed, like guy was knew his shit, and flat out told everybody, like flat out told like the court, like yo, no, not that, not for nothing, but she doesn't have postpartum. On top of that, the circumstances of postpartum doesn't line up with like the timing of all of this anyway. And they tried, like the defense tried to like press on this guy's credentials, only to find out, like in live in the court, no, Buddy is like the best credentialed fucking psychiatrist we could find in the country. So the defense for this lady is like terrible as it already is. The that postpartum shit is such a cop out. I feel like it's a cop out.
It is.
I'll be surprised if she doesn't get OWAP, bro. Well, oh, by the way, what state was this? Do we know?
That I do not know what state.
Oh,
Jeez, I'd have to look that back
I
up.
bet you it's a new state.
what? I hope not. Is Lindsay Clancy in? What's up, Lewis?
What's up, brother? Well, American Team Biggie on the Audrey Howard Johnson.
Oh, it's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, blue state. Blue as they come.
That's not good. That's not good for what we want out of it.
Not good for justice, no.
No, they're gonna
Um,
be like, he was in a bad state of mind.
The other thing that Eric had brought up that I want to comment on the social aspect. Eric had brought up earlier how the divorce rate had a spike through this. I fully fucking support that. I don't care if you've been married for like 100 fucking years. If you find out that your wife is okay with killing kids under any circumstances, it's probably best to not have that wife. Okay.
Probably is.
And then you got to start watching your kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like oh fuck. It's like, can I even trust you around them?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how you're gonna feel.
I'm sorry, but that's like that should be one of the lines, you know what I mean?
Is the line that should not be crossed.
I feel like that's a deal
It's
breaker.
right up there with thou shalt not kill. I'm pretty sure it's up there.
Like, it's crazy that we found our own way to have the bear question. You remember the bear question? You remember the whole bear thing
Yeah.
that women had on us, and then women started to divorce us because of how our opinions were on it? We found a way to have our own bear question.
Just walk right up. So how do you feel about Lindsay Clancy?
Well, postpart, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. I don't want to hear the rest of this. I already know you're retarded. But yeah, so we figured out. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's 30 minutes of it. I actually might not play it at all because it's 30 minutes of it. But to give a update on the whole Hassan Piker thing, found out that his political career might not last as long as everybody's hoping for on the other side of the
No, because,
fence.
oh, and by the
Yeah.
way, Monkey, now I'm glad you kind of bring that up because that thing about AOC not being a radical leftist went out the window today when she renewed her membership to the Democrat Socialists in America.
Ah, no.
Okay?
I
So
had hope.
say bye bye to
I had
AOC.
hope. Damn it.
There's no hope.
No.
The lady's a communist. She will always be a communist.
I thought America had some effect on her, but nope. I guess not. Not if she's. What a fucking what? This must be a new fad. This has to be a fad. Like, how did we get to the socialist fad?
Trump was right. They went past socialists. They're communists. they're definitely communists.
But yeah, so Hassan's getting dog walked now because the uh, the big time Dems are starting to figure out that that guy is not good for their campaigns. On top of that, thanks to like some pretty decent, like I already said that this was like the greatest control of the opposition ever, Hassan Piker, for the Republicans. They have been, and I watch it now because I see it like Pops has got Newsmax on 24/7, so I see it. Um, they've picked him and they have beaten the shit out of him on all networks, dude. Every fucking day, every fucking hour, I'm looking at Newsmax. Hassan Piker said, "Wow," and they're just playing his greatest hits. Dude, all the shit he ever said on Twitch, they're playing it. They're playing the greatest hits. America deserved 9/11, a classic, a fucking classic, and it's on 24 fucking 7 on Fox News and on Newsmax. Jesse Waters is talking about it. Fucking, what's that guy that guy that you like, Carl Higby? He's always talking about it. Like, it's fucking. They've picked him as the number one target, the number one attack vector to the Democrats. So they put him on the panel and they said, "See, this is what all Democrats are like. Hassan fucking Piker." And then on top of that, this is after like months of Hassan Piker shaking hands with all these DSA guys that have won their primaries. So now everybody's having to evict Hassan Piker from their stratosphere. So you're getting a lot of people that are having to come out, like almost being forced at gunpoint. Like, hey, you better say something about this fucking guy, or you're the DSAs.
Hassan Piker is irrelevant. The fact is, they're still Democrat socialists. So Hassan Piker is just part of that little equation there.
Saeed had to say that Hassan Piker doesn't represent his campaigning. Cuomo actually had said something. Fuck, even Hakeem Jeffries had to say something about it. Like, all the major establishment Democrats have now mentioned Hassan Piker in a bad light. So,
Well, that sucks.
so what was a great August for Hassan is turning into maybe the quickest end in politics I've seen in a decent while.
Well, you see, maybe if he wasn't a piece of shit, then maybe he'd actually survive longer. But unfortunately, he's a piece of shit. So here we are.
But it's indicative of a bigger problem, though.
What do you mean?
The DSA is bigger than it's ever been before. Like, ever in its history.
The Democratic Socialist Party?
Yeah. The DSA is actually bigger than it's ever been before. This is a problem on two fronts, bro. Democrats don't like this. The establishment does not like this. And the Republicans definitely don't like it because they're guys that hate Democrats to begin with.
Well, I guess it's time to call in a favor.
I gotta go.
I will be right back. I have to go call the.
I don't want to say that like we hate Democrats. We just have batshit crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like I got nothing against Democrats. It's the socialists. The socialists, I have something of. I do, like that's where I'm like, okay, hold on a second. Let's backtrack a little bit. Um, like it's mainly like the socialism crap that just scares the fuck out of me.
And it should. And it should.
I'm tired, and I said this a couple weeks ago. I'm tired of candidates that make their campaign around APAC. I'm tired of hearing APAC. I have never heard of APAC before like 2 years ago. I didn't know APAC existed. APAC, APAC was
Me
just
neither.
another pack to me, bro. Like I didn't know APAC was a thing. Like didn't know the concept of it, didn't care about it. Like I just did not know like it exists, and it is like literally the center of everybody's fucking attention, and I'm done with that. So I don't like candidates that make APAC a part of their campaign in either direction, whether they're supporting it or not supporting it. I'm tired of hearing about it altogether. I'm tired of hearing about Israel. I'm tired of hearing about Gaza. I'm tired of hearing about Palestine. And this isn't like an America First thing, like, because those America First guys are turning out to be just groypers masked up. It's more along the lines of I'm just sick of this shit. I'm sick of the sand wars. I want the sand wars to take a back seat, dude.
Santa Wars.
I'm sick of the sand wars, bro. Like,
I love the way you talk, bro.
I don't.
Just fucking hell.
I think at this point, like, if I hear Israel or Gaza or Palestine or the Middle East anymore for the next 4 to 5 years tops, I
I
might
don't think that's gonna happen. No.
I might fucking like implode. I might self combust into sand. Won't even be flames. I think I'm just gonna turn into dust.
What is it that you said? If you heard again, you would turn into dust.
No, I'm not telling you again because you'll do it.
Well, no, what was it?
No,
Tell me, you bastard.
no.
Yes,
I'm tired of hearing it. Why would I tell it to you again?
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me,
No.
fucker.
But yeah, it's this. And again, I said this a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Fishback, and Charles is not here to deal with it. He was going to be here last week, but I was at a concert. But Fishback got his ass fucking kicked. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even the same stratosphere as Fishback. And all his campaign was about was I'm gonna be anti-Israel and anti-APAC and all this other stupid shit. I'm tired of like two flavors of the same being.
APAC is not the only lobby here in the United States. I
That's
don't know
what I'm
why.
saying. Like, and I don't understand why this shit has to be like mentioned so damn much. APAC is in a
Because-
list of like fucking 100,000
So,
fucking packs.
Think of it this way. It's a propaganda campaign because how many Arab or Muslim states are there? And then think about it in reverse. How many Jewish states are there?
one to like fucking I don't what is it 20?
Right. And everyone just wants to get rid of the one Jewish state.
Yeah, because it's again. This is some anti-Semitic ass shit.
Right. Exactly. It's a whole propaganda campaign.
And on the other side of the ball, we've gone so far that like I'm not for like hating Muslims either. I'm just for like both y'all are annoying and leave me alone. That's the stance I want to take as an American. Like I don't know how we can make that a policy, like or how we word that to be a policy, but I basically want the policy to be both of y'all are fucking annoying, leave me alone. Figure it the fuck out. Like, you know, I'm over all of that, and I'm over our politicians being about that shit too. because this is nothing to do with like our own problems. On
I
top of
always
all,
say that to me, all of that is theater. That's oh, that's
on
shit,
top
I
of
think.
all of that, I
To
think
me, all of it.
we're not figuring out who like consider it like this. I don't really know who's a good and bad candidate anymore in politics because we can't get past this fucking APAC, Israel, Gaza, Palestine issue. And it's such an easy thing to like put your fucking flag on and then make your campaign all about that, and people will vote for that shit. But like no one knows like if that's all that they know. I would like to get back to a point where like we had like a discourse about our politicians that didn't include Israel and Gaza and Palestine and Apex and all this other dumb shit. But I'm tired of the two. It's to me, and maybe I'm looking at it crazy. I don't know, but it's two flavors of the same being. You got these groiper fucking anti-Semitic cunt fucks that mask up and as America first when really they're just fucking Jew hating anti-Semites that but of the right wing variety, and you got these terrorist loving fucking Islamic like dick sucks, and they're not even Islamic. Um, like fucking rooting for Al Qaeda and the Houthis and all this other dumb shit because they're Jew hating fucks. Like and that I'm done with all the Jew hating. I'm done with the Jew hating, and it's gonna end up turning into like more Muslim hating on the other side of the ball because that's how we are. We're reactionary. So I'm done with the Muslim hating. I'm just done with all the like this is stupid. Oh
How
oh
exactly United States is involved in all that? It's because I don't really understand politics on that side of
what how what say that
how's,
you cut out hard. I didn't hear any.
how's United States? I'm sorry, that's my between my crooked English and my this Bluetooth. And how is United States involved in all of that, like in that area? Besides the Iraq War and Israel and all that, how exactly are we involved in all of that?
We basically like to play the policeman
Can you
over
hear me?
there. Yeah, I can hear you. We basically like to play the policeman over there, and then on top of playing the policeman over there, we're also the power broker.
I'd say
So
that's
like,
partially the case, but it's not that just America. It's not just that America likes to play policemen. A lot of these countries also request our presence.
that's actual factuals. He's not wrong. We got obligations over there, but it's basically that. It's policing and power broking because we pick and choose whose economy does
I mean,
well.
that's what it means when America's the world's daddy.
Nah, believe me, I don't. I'm not against it. What I'm against is making our inward politics about this. This is
Mm.
international affairs. You know what I'm saying? This is shit for the president and our government. Like this isn't shit for our local politicians getting like fucking governor of Florida, governor of New York, governor of like this
But how
isn't
do you
shit for them.
finance all that meddling? They need isn't it through taxes? That's my understanding.
It's through taxes, packs, and a bunch of other shit. Yeah,
Hmm.
taxes, packs, and a bunch of other shit. But it's the central. It's their central. Like Fishback was the perfect example. It's their central focus. We're not even talking about like what you're gonna do for Florida anymore. We're talking about APAC, and we're not gonna
I
give
see what you're
Florida
saying.
tax money.
Yeah.
APAC, like we're not talking about anything the fuck else but APAC and flock cameras. So we're gonna get to flock cameras in a second. That's a legitimate issue. But
on
The
both
whole
sides.
thing of the whole anti-Israel sentiment. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's part of a whole I'm pretty sure it's part of a whole problem. It has to do with, I would say, it has to do similarly how there's a propaganda campaign against AI in data centers.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's the best way if you're
Right.
trying to become the technologically advanced country? Let's just use AI as an example for, of why people would do this. You're trying to become the more technologically advanced country and prevent others from catching up or even getting close to you on an economic
Breaking
level
up.
for with
Is it
where
me
AI is going.
or
No, it's you, but I can hear him. Go ahead,
Then
Sandy.
why
oh,
wouldn't you propagandize other countries to make them hate that technology?
Fair.
didn't find it.
And it's
And
just this
it's
whole thing with
it's the
Israel.
same
There's all
thing.
these
It's the same
countries
thing
that
with
want to
Israel.
get rid of the one state of Israel. They want to genocide the Jewish people. They've been saying this for the many years. What better way to get them to get the chance to do it than to propagandize over years and years to get the world superpower to be on your side more? Which hasn't really completely worked, but as you can see, it's
Dude,
definitely caused
but
damage.
it's starting to work now. Like, these guys didn't just overnight become good at politics and propaganda. They've been doing this shit for years, but it felt like
Oh yeah, all the theories that have been going around regarding Nazis and all that. And I mean, there's that's not to say that there isn't necessarily possibility of truth in a lot of these theories or anything, but it doesn't take away from the fact of what happened as well.
it felt like back then we were pretty unified on our assessment of who the good guys and bad guys are in that situation. Like, if you were to bring this up like 20 years ago in 2006, 2007, and we discussed the Houthis or Hezbollah or fucking Al Qaeda or any of those guys, there's not an American walking in America that would be like, yeah, those guys are the good guys. I don't know how that, like, far when it happened, we have fallen so fucking far where this is like an actual, like, we don't have a, an understanding of who the good guys and bad guys are anymore. And now all of a sudden, like, fuck Israel, and I just don't
Because
get that.
it took a lot. It took 2 generations of brainwashing to get here. But that's where it started. It started in the schools, dude, and that's what.
I never learned in school fuck Israel.
Well, that's what they're teaching them in college. That's what they're teaching them in college.
Yeah,
Because
that's
So to be
fairly new.
fair,
those
I
That's
did
protesters,
fairly new.
first I did first learn about some of the conspiracy theories back in the day in school, but it was never a outright fuck Israel type of sentiment. It was
Exactly,
always a
exactly,
there's more to
exactly.
everything that we're told, especially with the Holocaust and everything like that, but it
I
doesn't
don't know.
Yeah,
erase the
Sure what
what
I
we
mean in
do
high
know
school.
happened.
yeah. Not the hate, not the hate that we see right now. I don't know why that fucking hate. I've never seen that before.
they're
To be
teaching
honest.
these kids that the Holocaust never happened,
Yeah, it's
and
getting
there's
ridiculous
fucking
now.
proof.
Well, to be honest, it's not the first time I hear about it. I've heard that before, but
Well, so
I don't
back
even know
That's
what
so,
to believe anymore.
it started as the Holocaust didn't happen as we know or as we were taught it, which I can agree with
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
sure. But then
exactly,
it turned into, oh,
exactly.
it just never happened. Which what?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like this is even this isn't like hitting where I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out, and maybe it is, and I'm just not putting the dots together. I'm trying to figure out where we started to all of a sudden become sympathetic to the terrorists, the guys that blew our towers up 20 years
That's
ago.
because in 2001 you weren't figuring that that would ever happen, ever. Not back in
What?
2001. When after the towers went down, you would never think that this that we're getting today would ever happen. Because the for a while there, the country actually came together for a little while. Everybody was patriotic, both right and left. Everybody was sort of in harmony after that. And then
Mm.
I don't know what happened from
Dude,
then.
in 2001, you can listen to Howard Stern in real time flip party lines during the entire thing. Like you can listen to it. I have this like tradition on September 11th where I listen to the Howard Stern broadcast of the event because it's like for kids that have never experienced 9/11 before. If you really want to get a good like understanding of a common man, not a politician, not a news anchor, but a common everyday human in New York, listen to the Howard Stern podcast. It's the most real shit of the entire thing that you'll ever find out about or dig up about that event. It's my favorite thing to listen to.
Even
You
even
you
Howard Stern.
you can listen to Howard Stern in real fucking time flip party lines while he's watching the towers fall, bro. Like it is insane, bro. Like yeah.
Even Howard Stern's gone off the stupid end, bro. Back in those days when the towers came down, Howard Stern and Trump were cool.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they were cool. He was on his podcast. They gave him credit for helping with 9/11 and all that shit. It, they were cool. Now Howard Stern is like Rosie O'Donnell.
Well,
Okay,
Howard Stern, even back then, before 9/11, he was liberal as fuck. 9/11 turned him into a conservative for a long ass time. And then, yeah, over time, that's what I'm getting at. Like, we become sympathetic to terrorism. The guys that blew up our towers.
You want to know what the problem is? You want to know what the problem is? It's because they're putting fucking estrogen in the water and then it's making everyone gay.
Honestly, Eric, I think what the problem is we're so fucking far removed from that event that people don't have the appreciation of it. It's crazy. It's crazy because like I didn't think I'd get here, but when I was a kid, there was a like the Vietnam War, right? When they would talk about the Vietnam War, that's distant history to me. Like I wasn't alive for that. I didn't see that play out. So I don't understand the gravity of the Vietnam War like somebody that lived in like my father. Like somebody that lived in that time period that saw it and saw all the things that were going on around it. 9/11 I was there for. I watched it live. So I understand the gravity of that, but I'm sure if I talk to my son right now, he's not going to understand what 9/11 actually is.
Yeah.
So I think that might be our
Right.
disconnect is we're not doing good enough teaching because it's become a slogan, it's become a holiday, it's become a thing that we recognize, we say never forget, but really we forgot. You know, like it's we're not doing enough in my opinion. This is just an opinion. I don't think we're doing enough to teach our kids about that event and to teach our populace why that event's so important. And it's crazy because that event changed our world. Like it didn't just change our country, it changed the world. And it feels like now
What
it's
I've
like
seen,
an
what I've seen so
afterthought.
far,
Go ahead, Lewis.
I've been here. I'm sorry. Well, I've been here like almost 25 years. So what I've seen here is every time there's a economic upheaval, for lack of a better term, and there's polarizing narratives. So that's the pattern that I've seen. And in Spanish independent media, they always have they don't blame only Jewish people or these people or the other people. They usually what they say is whenever there's how do you say it in English, um, civilizator civilizatory
Solicitor.
process. Did I say that right?
A
No, 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 no.
solicitory process. Yeah, you
How
got that right.
civil like civilizatory? Civilizatorio. It's how to say civilizatorio in English. Process. The catalysis behind that is chaos, basically. So that's what the Spanish independent media always says. And 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 at the upfront, what they always say is at the spearhead of that chaos is United States of America. And basically not United States of America, but the Western. They call it the Western Empire. That's how they call it.
Yeah, the Western Empire.
Does it make sense
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say?
because they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
they want to destroy the ideal of Western civilization, because we've shown that in the
So they're trying
Western
to
world
They want
demonize.
we
to.
can do so much more.
But I don't understand. What I don't understand. What I do not understand is why Latin America does they don't consider themselves the Western part of the like.
Because
I can understand.
Because Latin
for a
Americans
while,
are socialists, so
Because
they consider our
yeah,
shit
trajectory their country
imperialism.
went was
No,
completely different than the way that the North American countries went. But
I
even
heard this
Canada is
priest.
I
starting to
couldn't
do
hear
it.
you,
but they're making
Slender.
a shift.
Let me
But
listen
they're
to
making a
Slender
shift.
because
Dallas Slender.
I like what Slender was saying.
Dallas
I'm
Slender.
sorry, Slender. You say it again.
Oh, all I said was basically they went off on a different trajectory than the North American countries, but you can even see it starting in Canada where they're going the same way as where Latin America went.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Latin
However,
Americas in history saw us as
But also remember
the
this, where did a
imperialists.
lot of the
They
Nazis
were
go after the war?
who?
Where did a lot of the Nazis go after the war?
Argentina.
Argentina,
Yes.
Argentina.
Yes. And remember this.
We're a smart
Nazism,
podcast.
Nazism, Nazism is a was not the known definitional form of socialism or that we know, but Nazism at its core
National
was
Socialism.
a form
Yeah.
of socialism. It was one they were trying to define as their own, and it does have parallels to socialism today, but of course, yes, it more resembles Italian fascism. But socialism also very closely resembles Italian fascism.
I heard this priest.
I see. I see what you're saying. It makes sense. I see what you're saying. It makes sense.
Hey guys,
It
I
makes
actually
sense.
gotta hop off here. It's getting close to bedtime.
Oh my god!
no,
it's
she's gonna
time
beat
for
you.
her handler.
No, it's called I have to be up. I wake up every
Hey,
day.
Chris.
The handler is coming with the chain. It's time to go.
Oh, we can hear it. We can hear it clanking in the background.
Yeah.
Good night, guys, and just remember, Monkey likes tickling his butthole with the feather by his wife. All right, bye, guys.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like projection to me, but all right.
Bro, I heard this priest today put this situation in a different aspect. He said that for 8 years, Obama came in and made the world feel that America was bullying. Like we were too arrogant and all this and talking down America for the whole 8 years he was in
Well,
office.
we are though. We are.
Okay. So when Trump
We have
came
the big
in,
No, wait. Let him cook. Let him
when
cook.
Trump came in, Trump gave people hope. He's like, no, America's not done. We're not done. We can be better than this. We are better than this. And you have to respect the fact that we're better than this. Like Obama came in on a weak thing. And that's what gave birth to the ISIS and the terrorists and all this bullshit.
Let me ask a
Was to
question
fill the
because
void that we gave up.
let
But
me ask a
Trump
question
came in
because
He like reversed that.
because
He
my
like,
childhood
no,
history
we are
kind
better.
of.
We should be better, and we should be, and that's what he's doing.
Let me ask you a question because that's crazy that you said that because it kind of maps up with my political history as a kid. But I wasn't paying attention to a lot of Obama's speeches in real time. I've had to look them up in the post hoc normally whenever I'm talking about him. When you say Obama had this, he created this attitude of we were the bullies. How did he do that? Was he like saying shit to insinuate that?
Basically, he was saying that America was arrogant.
Was that in any speeches? Do you remember? I'm asking for real because like I
I'm,
don't
I'm,
I
I'm telling you what I heard today on this
okay
with this preacher dude, and he did play tapes of
Can
Obama,
barely hear shit.
but
because
he made
it,
that point, and it's true. It's a
my
true.
in my political life when Obama started coming around was when I started to develop the idea that we were playing in the faces of the world. Um, but I didn't develop that idea because of the president. I developed that idea because of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was just timing,
No, so
but
politics in the U.S. has been there's been a lot. I can relate to a lot of what you're talking about. Growing up and everything, I was a lot like we've discussed this. I was a lot more of what would be considered a Democrat growing up and everything. But what has been happening and what I've noticed is yes, a lot of people do share their ideals and everything in school and stuff like that, and it makes other kids want to be a part of the group usually. But what I've noticed is a lot of like it comes down to the propaganda again because people, and it's been starting probably before George W. Bush because I remember it
I want to
during
say it was
George
about
W.
at
Bush.
George. I want to say it was about at Bush.
It might have been. I can't remember further back than that because that's when I would probably be too young.
Further back than
But
that, you had
when it was George W. Bush, I do
It's
remember.
natural to be idealistic when you're younger.
Yeah,
It's
I
natural
do
to be
remember.
idealistic when you're younger.
Right. That is true. I do remember when it came to George W. Bush, though, is when there was a very strong, like, anti America resentment starting. And it wasn't big at first, but I do remember it starting, like, among, my peers and things like that. They would talk about it. And this
Yep.
was,
Slender,
like
let me
middle
ask you a
school.
question. One question,
Hmm.
because maybe it's me. I'm gonna be straightforward. I think what you guys see as anti-American sentiment, I see it as anti-government sentiment
Well,
and
that's how it
pro-American
No,
started,
no,
but
no,
it
no, no,
became
no,
it
sentiment.
no, no,
became
no.
worse than that. It became much
Lewis,
worse than that.
Lewis. In this period, it
I,
was
I might
anti.
I might be confused.
Yeah, no, no.
I might be
I'm
confused.
gonna help you. In this period that he's talking about, the period that we're talking about, this is anti-American.
yeah.
This isn't
It was
anti-government.
like you
This
said back
was
in the Vietnam days, where
anti-American.
everybody was against the government. We're against the
And
man.
the reason I can say that is because the rhetoric that we were talking about, Slender can support this. We weren't discussing just the president in office that we were discussing every other president before that. We were discussing our whole history. We did it wasn't a government thing. It was
Yeah,
anti-American. It was we were
and can,
against what we did as a country.
and can I piggyback onto that? That was the era of like Green Day making that song "American Idiot." You know,
Yep.
Correct. Correct. And when
because that was the
punk
sentiment.
really took off, anti-flag was around. Like being anti-American was the biggest fashion statement in this time period. Che Guevara
Don't
shirts
wanna
were
be an
being
American idiot.
Che
Every
Guevara
time
shirts
I
were
see
being
a fucking
worn.
idiot
No,
with a
Josh,
Che
you
Guevara
looking at the
t-shirt, I
wall,
just want to slap him across the face. I swear to God, every time I see
bro.
these motherfuckers with a
Bro,
Che Guevara t-shirt, I'm
I
like, do
hate.
you
I
know
know.
what that
See,
motherfucker
see,
did in
Rick,
my
now you
country?
know how the fuck I
Brian,
feel
it pisses
when
me
I
the
see
fuck
what's
off.
happening.
It pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. I
Ha,
just want to kill a motherfucker.
you know what he did in Cuba? You know what Che Guevara did
I
in
do.
Cuba?
I
He
know
killed a lot of fucking
everything about that
homosexuals.
guy.
He
I know
killed
everything
Well, but
homosexuals.
that's
about
the
him.
thing.
Homosexuals.
Well,
And
but
I
that's the
see the
thing.
fucking
Like,
LGBT, whatever the fuck you call that shit, LGBT, whatever the fuck you call that shit. You said, oh, well, pro Che Guevara, motherfucker. Che Guevara killed fucking homosexual. Are you out of your fucking mind? Che
But that's the
Guevara
thing.
killed
Americans are very
homosexual.
privileged. Americans are very privileged. The majority of them do not know what Che Guevara really did.
But we can
So
expand on
that's how
this too,
privileged
because
they are.
it's when you look at the
Go ahead.
data and the pollings,
I'm
it's
sorry.
more
I'm
it's
sorry.
more than it's just like an
I apologize.
American
I started
problem.
screaming. Sorry.
It's become more of a mostly female problem. Because
Yeah,
when
because
you
females
look
are
at it,
naturally more
Hold on,
empathetic. And,
Yes.
no. Let's let her have this. What? Explain
as Chris is saying, they are more naturally empathetic. They have that motherly instinct that is natural to them. That's why you will say, did you see the video of the one illegal immigrant that was masturbating in front of children and stuff? A bunch of men
Yes.
were like beating on him,
Yes.
and then a woman comes over and like checks on him and makes sure he's okay and everything. Well, exactly like I mean, it's suicidal empathy. And the reason why the propaganda
Yeah.
works is because the Western world has been empowering women more and more. Why do you think
Yeah,
the Western world is getting
this
more
is
emphatic?
this
And I'm not
is
trying to say that.
because my theory, if you want to take it as conspiracy or not, is that the thing is that they have outsourced the authority of the head of the household to the state to undermine the authority of the head of the household, to divide the household, and so the state raises your kids. That's my theory. And also,
Yeah.
when women in history are empowered, they get debased faster and worse than men. You know that you guys have a saying that absolute power corrupts absolutely. When women throughout history, when you see it, as far as I've seen, when women are empowered, they get debased quicker and worse than men.
Oh, you didn't even need
I
history
mean,
for
look
that.
what's
Tropical Beaner.
happening in the WNBA.
Oh no, not even that.
Yeah,
Just
look-
look at
We're
just
gonna
look
get to
at
that.
everything in general. What's going on when it comes to women when they get on the internet, and once they start getting a little provocation towards it, what do they start doing? They start doing things like OnlyFans and everything like that.
And then
Yeah,
another
you just want to
example
whore
of
themselves
women
out.
being like,
It goes
yeah,
into, like you
and
said,
another example of
debasing the society further.
yeah. Another example of women's empathy getting like the worst of them is like this whole like Lindsay, what's her name again? Lindsay
Yeah,
Clay
Lindsay,
or
I
something
think
like
that's
that.
a
the
Yeah,
lady?
we just
that was the
covered
one we
that.
talked
just
about.
got
Yeah.
done with that one, but yeah, you're right.
Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
but
you're
that's
right.
another good
No,
example
it's
of
fine, but you're making a
empathy
good point there.
trumping logic.
And it's not to say I want to just remove the rights from women, but I even see a lot of women going online and posting, "I'm ready to just repeal the 19th." Like a lot of them are saying it themselves.
The
I
problem
saw,
is
yeah, I
that
saw a woman.
the problem is
I
that
saw a
that
woman make a
crazy-
post.
The problem
I
is
saw a
that
woman make a
crazy
post where
bitches like that used to get ignored. Now they get a platform.
My Bluetooth is kind of fucked up, guys. So
You know
when you
what?
guys talk at the
It's
same
okay.
time.
You know what? Pop said something, and it's kind of like an off-topic topic, but this is gonna end up being a main thing somewhere down the line when we can like stabilize as a country. I pray. But I heard this on a Destiny stream, and it was one of those things where I was like, you're probably a lot more right than you think. But he said something to the effect of like, we're having this issue now in our politics where we're focused on these things that, yes, they're problems, but they're not the true issue. And we're not focusing on things that end up becoming like the true issue, because
Our
the
politicians
true
are too focused on becoming
No.
influencers.
well, no, what it is the true issue is apolitical. You can't really use it against one side or another. So we use
Can I say something?
So hold on. So we use wedge issues like transgenders or the you know
My body, my
anti-Semitic
choice.
shit. Yeah, my body, my choice, APAC shit like that. Because these are things that one side can use against another. We're going to need to come to a situation, and it's going to be a topic that can't be politically used against each other. It's an apolitical topic one of the most important conversations we have yet to have as a society, truly with truth, and we need to, is how we consume the internet. Because, good Lord, has it changed how we operate as humans. Like, overall, in general, on from a foundational level all the way to the top. The internet is a we're not we have not really truly as a country, as a society, truly discussed this power we're using. We're just fucking using it. And it's leading to shit like what Pops just said, which is, you know, we used to just ignore these fucking people, or we
The cable
used to
guy.
just turn off the radio if we didn't like what Rush Limbaugh was saying.
Have you seen the cable guy?
Now every fucking wine mom, anti-Semitic cunt with a Nazi flag in his living room, and homeless guy on the side of fucking 441 and Oakland has a platform if they have a cell phone connected to the internet.
Yeah, we become a reflection of it, not the other way around. And then you got to ask yourself who's really behind that shit. But well, that's another. I think I always insist. I'm always going to insist on this, guys. Economic power, economic sovereignty translate to real political freedom. Okay, economic freedom translate to real political freedom. The real issue should be because once again, every time there's a economic upheaval, there's polarizing narratives on both sides, and you get what I'm saying. So I think the real issue is what's going on in the economy, which I honestly I have to admit I don't have the best understanding of it, to be completely honest. I and 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 I think the real issue is economy because I
I
think
think two
we're
things,
actually
Lewis. I think
you
two things
let,
can
let
be
me let me
true
let me
at the
finish
same time, though.
let me finish real quick. Um, our economic sovereignty gets eroded. You get what I'm saying? We lose economic sovereignty as individually and collectively as well. So that's something
That's the
since
other
the
thing.
beginning of
That's
yeah.
let me just
That's
stop
it.
you.
That's it.
That's the other thing that Obama did. He gave all our jobs away, all our manufacturing away. He shipped it overseas. Trump came in and brought it back. He's trying to bring it back.
How
He's
he's
trying to bring
trying, but has it? Has him?
He's starting to bring it
Through
back.
the
He's
through the
got
tariff
commitments.
war.
He's got commitments. He's got countries and commitments, and people are building fucking stuff now here in the United States.
Well, I'm a little bit skeptical on that
I
one. I
mean,
don't mean to
It,
antagonize, but
you
I'm
know,
a little
it
bit
takes a
skeptical.
Lewis,
while to build.
I
It
could
takes
give
a while
you
to build factories. You know, I mean,
I could give
these
you
factories are.
a small example of this. I can't tell you for like how this works on a grander scale, but I'll give you the small example of this that I've seen personally to support what Pops just told you. When the tariff war started and he hit China hard as fuck, our vape shop struggled to get inventory because 97% of the vape
You were not the only
industry.
one. You were not the
Yeah,
only
I
one.
know that. 97% of the vape industry comes from either China or India.
Oh,
So
Walmart's China.
so
They struggled.
That's kind of scary.
all the Razes, all the Geek Bars, all the Lost Marys, all the fucking EB designs, all of those got stuck on the port because they fucking 10 times the price to get them in on land, and no one was
Yeah.
picking up the bill. So that's what I was saying. Every vape shop struggled. To counter this, Raz, Geek Bar, Lost Mary, and all these guys had to build factories, in which they did. They built factories here in fucking Florida and in Atlanta and in New
Even
York and a
California,
couple other places and in Cali and a couple other places, so that they can get the inventory without the tariff.
Texas.
So that is bringing those factory jobs back from China back over here in the States. I don't know how this works on a grander scale than that, but the vape industry is an example of Trump's tariff war working.
Yeah.
I can only tell you
I
that
wanted to
because I'm his manager. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to add something about what Monkey had said earlier about how like we have changed the way we interact with each other due to the internet. I saw this young guy speaking on a panel with a bunch of I guess I would call them just elderly people, saying how his generation is different because they had to grow up with the internet, and he compared it to their generation, saying, like the reason many younger people are not having kids as much as people used to have kids back in the day, despite all the amazing resources we have now, like better medicine and everything. He said it's because of the internet. Because back in the day, you could, go to a party, you could flirt with somebody, you could try to dance with somebody, and if they rejected you, okay, whatever, you move on, and maybe a couple people saw it, but that was the end of it, and you could move on with your life and try again and try to flirt with somebody else and try to start a relationship with somebody else. Nowadays, everybody has a
It's
camera
hard
on
to
their
get
cell
pussy.
phone.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everyone has a camera on their cell phone, and if you go to flirt with somebody or try to dance with somebody and engage in regular human interaction that we've been doing for thousands of years, someone could record you and put it on the internet for everybody to see.
Viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
to
And
Yeah.
add,
it creates, yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
sorry,
Finish it.
and then just to finish off, it basically creates an anxiety in the newer generation to where they don't want to try anymore to have regular human interaction, and it's really affecting the newer generations from even being born. We can see it. A lot of the newer the young people don't want to have kids, and it's not just
Yeah. It
due
has
to them
become a
being
proxy for
shy from
community.
anxiety.
It has become a
Yeah,
proxy for community,
There's
basically.
there's more to the kid problem than that, Chris. But
of course there is. No, of course, but
to add
it's
to the
definitely a
internet
factor.
to add to the internet conversation, uh, another factor of, I'll just call it like acceptable antisocial behavior, which shouldn't be acceptable. But like the reason people have become like so, I feel like so divided, and it's become so hard for you guys in the dating scene is because the crazy fucking cat lady now has like 5 million followers and everybody's listening to her.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not
And a
the
bunch of
Inflated
kids.
egos.
advice. It's not the advice you want to listen to when you're trying to like date. The crazy dude with no chin that thinks that like his dick is golden, that guy shouldn't have 20 million, 200 million, 400 million people listening to him, because what he's saying is crazy, and that's not going to get you fucking laid in the real world. Maybe in fucking the Philippines with some money, but in our world, in our society, that guy is weird. And he's got like 200
Yeah.
million people listening to him, which is turning everybody else weird. So, like, the dating scene is basically a bunch of cat lady listeners trying to date a bunch of Andrew Tate listeners, and it's all fucked up. It's all
Yeah.
Worse
fucked
than
up.
that. It's worse than that.
A good
You used to
example.
go to a bar or used to go out socially to date. Now people do it on the internet and they really don't know what they're getting until they get there. And then you got all kinds
Yeah.
of problems. Okay.
Yeah,
Once you get to the bar, oh shit, a fucking gambly. What the fuck is this shit? It's a fucking
I know that
gambly.
blind
What the fuck?
dating. I know that blind dating in our society was a thing before apps, but Jesus, we didn't need an app for that.
Now it's
Like,
catfish dating, dude. Now it's catfish dating. One time I got catfished. I went on a date with this
Catfish.
French chick. Yeah, I went on a date with this French chick that on her profile, all her pictures looked normal. She looked like a normal girl. And when I showed up to the date, bro, she was bigger than me. And not in the terms of she was fat. And not in the terms that she was fat. She turned into a bodybuilder in the last 2 years, and she was huge. She was so muscular. She was so muscular, and she was actually tall, so it was kind of scary. I had to continue the date and leave on good terms because like
How about them poor guys that probably like
She was gonna beat the shit out of you.
and they go to date her and come to find out that chick's a tranny.
yeah.
No, no.
How are you
No,
doing?
no.
How are you doing?
And when you say, yo, nah, everybody in the bar goes, hey, that's fucked up, man. You're being fucking transphobic as fuck.
It's crazy you said that because I
Yeah.
saw a post that a trans person made, or I guess it was a TikTok that somebody like took a screenshot of, or I don't remember exactly, but I remember it saying it was a picture of them, and it was saying something about, you know, making sure not to let their date know until it comes time to get intimate. Like
That's crazy.
so
And
that they find
that's
out
kind of
because
dangerous.
that's like their kink or something.
You know what that is?
Oh, that's their kink? That's fucked up. I think that's
putting
rape. That's like
yourself in
borderline rape.
harm's way, bro. Because I don't know of any
Yeah.
dude that's straight that see that
Give me a few minutes.
and not beat the fuck out of that person.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Um
I'm not transphobic at all. As a matter of fact, I have trans friends and I book trans bands. So
Well, that's the thing. They even like separate
but
themselves.
they're
they're not trying to fuck you,
all
monkey.
of those people are very open and honest about those things. They don't sit
That's
there
good.
and hide it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure even those people would find that to be insane.
Yeah, deception is
so.
wrong.
I would
Deception is
definitely
wrong.
hope so.
Kind of to go back a little bit about how like the internet has changed like the way we interact romantically as humans. A good example is Japan. When you look at Japan, you have like men who refuse to even talk to women, and they're more inclined to get married to a fictional character, an anime character.
An anime.
There's men
Yeah,
in
see,
Japan who got
that
married
goes
to like
that goes back to the internet, dude.
yeah. So
I would
the
love
internet
to
has
get
indeed
married to
changed
an
the way we
anime
interact.
character. I am
Listen.
basically an anime character. I mean, look at me.
All right, but listen. We didn't have. Well, maybe we did. I don't know. Pops, did anybody wanted to start fucking cartoon characters before the internet? Was that a thing in y'all's time?
Yes,
Cartoon character?
that's been a
Yeah.
thing. That's been a thing for a long time.
Mouse
So
was,
Okay.
okay, so if we're gonna get into
Mouse-
cartoons,
Alright.
cartoons originally started as adult entertainment.
So they were trying to fuck.
Oh.
Well, you know what? No, I get it. Betty Boop
Cartoons very
Betty-
originally
yeah, no,
started
you know,
as
no.
adult entertainment.
Yeah, I get it. You're right. I've read that somewhere, but on top of that, I'm just coming to understand like Betty Boop exists. Yeah. All right, fuck it. Never mind. Forget that idea. I'll throw that out. The internet's still fucked up, okay?
Yeah.
Since when that whole
I
thing
think
was
it's just
spreading
easier-
in WNBA now.
I think the internet just makes it easier for people to be lazy, I guess, in terms of dating.
There was a huge flood in Nepal today.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, the mudslide.
Yeah, China knew about it and didn't tip them off.
I'm sure the anti-Semites will
There's
say it was the Jews.
there's no way that that's already in the pipe.
I'm telling you, I heard it.
There's no way that that's already in the pipe. This shit just happened, bro.
I'm telling you, it's already been reported that China knew about it and didn't tip them off.
That's insane. Knew about how, knew it was coming?
Knew it was coming.
Well, because I heard there was an earthquake just before the earthquake triggered the flood.
Yeah.
And
The
then
first-
basically,
Over
I guess
150
what they
people
didn't
were
do is
killed
they
and
didn't
more
let
than
them know about the
1,300 are
earthquake.
still missing after a violent flash flood swept through a valley in Nepal near the Chinese border on Wednesday. As many as 80 bridges and 40 kilometers of paved highway were damaged or swept away, according to Nepalese authorities. Hundreds of foreign nationals were also missing, including people from India, Malaysia, the UK, US, and Australia. The US Geological Survey says the deadly flood was caused by a glacial collapse which
Dude,
sent
I've been
waves of
watching some
water,
gory
ice,
videos of
and
people
debris
pulling out
into the
body parts.
villages downstream. The flooding also hit Tibet's Zhejiang County. Chinese President Xi Jinping called for an all out rescue effort after what could become one of China's deadliest natural disasters this year. Indians were among the largest group of foreign tourists affected. Many were pilgrims traveling toward Mount Kailash in Tibet. India has also put parts of two northern states on high alert as floodwaters move downstream, raising concerns in the
Wonders.
densely populated state of Bihar. The US State Department says it's working with Nepalese authorities, while Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says more than 30 Australians are still missing.
So,
Like 60-something Americans missing too.
so I know that this is described as a flood, but that looked like that looked akin to a tsunami.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I heard it was an earthquake that triggered an avalanche, and then the avalanche came down with a bunch of rainwater and mud. You know, it shifted mud, so it turned into a landslide. Also,
Yes.
it was a lot, bro. It was a lot of material coming down the mountain.
I'm trying to find
No
some.
way those people survived.
No, absolute dude. There's thousands dead, or thousands missing, and like hundreds confirmed dead.
I mean, in many of the videos, you see a crowd of people running, and they can't get away in time.
Like
Like the
they're
gigantic
pulling
wave.
they're pulling body parts out of the water.
You can't outrun that shit.
Yeah.
You just can't.
No, you can't. Yeah, I've been watching videos of that too, of them pulling out like severed body parts and like someone broken in half and
Yeah, I
dead
heard
bodies
there were
floating in the water.
like hundreds or more people missing or something. It was, yeah,
It's thousands are missing.
it's up to
In the
thousands.
ancient
Yeah,
world,
it's
in the ancient world,
crazy.
cities were eliminated like that.
A large section of glacier and underlying bedrock sheared off the north face of Langtang Lerung at roughly 5,200 meters, which is 17,000 feet. The ice and rock mass plunged at about 4,000 feet into the valley below. The impact was so powerful it registered a magnitude 5.2 seismic event. USGS has initially flagged it as an earthquake, then revised that assessment. The shaking came from the collapse and debris flow, not the other way around. The avalanche slammed into the Lehenda Kola. I'm gonna completely butcher that. I'm so sorry. A tributary of the Botkashi Trisholi River system, temporarily damming the river with ice, rock, and sediment. The natural dam then failed, unleashing a fast moving wall of water, mud, ice, and boulders that tore downstream through gorges into Nepal. Water levels in some places rose to 7 to 9 meters in about 30 minutes. This is often described as a hazard cascade. So, it's basically a dam that broke. That's why it looked like that. That's fucking insane, dude. The power of water is scary.
Yep.
Yeah, water's very powerful.
Water can move anything.
That is
It's amazing.
because that's the videos are the videos are. The last time I saw videos like that, ironically enough, coming from the same area, was
Indonesia then?
the tsunami.
Yeah,
The tsunami that it was the Japanese tsunami, wasn't it?
No, the Indonesian one.
Was
The one over in
There's
Thailand.
been several. I mean, they always have tsunamis on that side. There's been movies about it. Like, there's this movie of this British guy who's like on vacation, and the tsunami hits them. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about?
Oh my god, I do, but I forget the title right now.
Or like they were Australian or something, and they were on vacation in Asia when like a big tsunami hits them, and then he loses like his children, and he has to find his
Oh, you
children in
know
some
what,
like
Pops? You're
rundown
right.
hospital.
It was the
I
Indian one.
think
It
so.
was the one in Indonesia. But there was one before it in Japan because I was in school for that.
There's multiple in Japan.
There's been multiple, man.
There was the one
Yeah.
that collapsed the nuclear reactor over there, the Fukushima one.
That was bad.
Fukushima. How's that going, by the way? Is like, are they still polluting the shit out of the ocean?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I can ask Google.
Because I remember when that happened, there was like maps and shit showing like the radiation just oozing into the fucking Pacific Ocean.
I'm watching something right now telling that they're reporting saying that a mom broke into a school bus and was arrested. She broke the window of the school bus and retrieved her child. Was
Oh, I
arrested.
saw that. The mom crawled into the window. That was crazy. That's like a very athletic mom.
That's crazy.
But for what
I
though?
thought she was gonna beat the shit out of the bus
Oh,
driver,
the
but she
school
just crawled
bus?
in there and
Yeah, so what happened with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the kids were like apparently being rowdy or something, so the bus driver stopped the bus and was waiting for the police. But the kids started, they were there for like over an hour, I guess, or something like that. And the kids were like calling their parents, and like calling and messaging their parents saying they were trapped in the bus and everything. So I
basically being
guess,
held hostage, kind of.
yeah, they were, yeah. So the one mom just decided to break in there herself.
That was a very athletic mom though. Like,
Oh,
because
yeah.
school buses are freaking high.
Right?
Like that window is not down low. That's fucking high. She had to jump up.
The short answer to your question is yes. It's actually still polluting the water over there, but
Holy shit!
they've patched
Damn.
the fuck out of it. Like they've
They're
made
about
a
to have-
bunch. They've done a lot of work to it.
They're
And
about to
then
have
they
3-8 fish.
what they do is they treat the water around it so that it doesn't.
Spread.
Yeah, it doesn't spread. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It's been years.
You know what else is crazy? Since we're talking about the power of water, did you know water can change names
How?
Only with this president.
through executive order? As a matter of fact, that's how.
Oh,
Yeah, did you
Yo, that was a
forget
great
the
segue.
Gulf of America?
that was a great segue. That was a great segue. No, I thought he was talking about like different states of water, like ice, gas, like.
It is no longer the Lake of Ontario. It is now the Lake of America.
Lake of America. I love it. I'm for
Which
it.
lake was
You
that
know,
one? Which lake was that one?
So is that
Lake
our new,
Ontario,
wait, is
which
that
is
our new?
Ontario is like a district.
Is that our new
Ontario
Second, let me
strategy?
see
Is
this
that
straight.
like our new threat? Listen, bro, if you don't fucking do what we say, we're gonna just like change the name of your water. Like,
We're fucking bullies, bro. Come on now.
Well, wait, I forget. Where is Lake Ontario their water, or is it American water?
It's not
no,
both
it's
of ours.
like
Okay.
America now,
It's
bitch.
both.
Hey, if
It's
you
both.
think about it, it's connected to both countries.
Right, that's why
Yeah,
I
it's
was
one of the
asking.
great
Same
lakes.
with the
Lake
Gulf.
Ontario.
That's why it's like,
Lake Ontario is the one that they changed to Lake of America.
Yeah,
Lake
Yes.
Ontario.
Lake America.
yes.
You know, I think this is fair because Canada is part of North America, the North American continent, and why should they name it after their own state? You know, it's
You
not,
know what?
we didn't rename it to like Lake Michigan or something.
You know what? That's also a good point. This is all the North and South American continent, so it's all America. It's all the American continent. So it's not really.
It
It's not
still
really
says.
changing.
It still says
You
Lake.
gotta, yeah, it's got to
He just
update.
signed
Remember,
the
it takes
executive order
yeah,
today. It's going to take a little
Yeah.
while to.
it just
God,
happened today,
hey,
so it'll take some time.
Hey,
It's gonna
That's
take like
what
48
is
hours.
that? What was that? What's the dude's name? Patrick Kearney or whatever the fuck is that? Is that the guy's name from that's up there speaking in Canada?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Legal Ontario.
he
Louis, look
said
up
some
look up
shit.
Gulf of
Fucking
America.
He said some shit
Look-
about like, oh, it's still gonna be Lake Ontario, and I'm like, yeah, until Google changes it, you stupid ass.
Yeah, yeah, Louis, look up the Gulf of America. I bet you it doesn't say Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, they changed that
You thought it was a joke.
And that's who wears the pants around here. That's who wears the pants.
So we've got a new threat. It's not just we can bomb you, bro. We'll fuck you up so bad. We'll change the name of your fucking
I
water.
actually did it, bro. I can't believe it, bro.
And we're gonna
Now,
do it again.
my question is,
to Lake Ontario.
do they show it to us Americans, or how about to the rest of the world?
Yo,
Does
he
those
even-
Google
I think it's
Maps
the
shows it
world.
like
I think it's the world.
He
It
said
is.
making the Greater
It's
Lakes
updated to
even
around the world.
greater.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I love this guy, bro.
Honestly, the best president we've ever had. Best president ever.
Oh no, pinga totally. Oh shit.
Tipo este es el presidente más pingudo que ha habido aquí en los Estados Unidos, bro. Okay?
Oye, bro,
Yeah,
pero I swear to God, bro, es más pingudo, bro.
El
I
más
swear to God.
pingudo que ha habido aquí en los Estados
Bro,
Unidos.
he
Yeah,
does
bro.
stuff like that just to be like,
And I'm
and
telling
what?
you, Papa,
Like,
because I've been here since I was 4 years old, bro, and I'm 63.
Bro, pero he's, ¿cómo que se dice? Blunt. He's so blunt, right? Se dice así. That's how you say.
blunt. Yeah, blunt is a.
Yeah.
You could describe him as blunt. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could say cocky. I mean, Pingu is like being cocky. He's very cocky.
So
Cocky, yeah, cocky. Pingu, yeah.
But it's
Yeah, you
more
know
than
the word in
cocky.
Spanish,
It's
in
more than
Cuban.
cocky.
No, pingu es pingu. Pingu
So-
es, you know, Rick knows what I'm talking about. Pingu es better than cocky, better than blunt, better than whole pingu.
Yeah.
the funny thing about this is the reason this is happening is because they stopped talking to us in our tariff conversation. We were having trade talks with them, and then they decided to stop talking. So Trump, being President Petty, raised the tariffs to 50% over there, which is pretty fucking bad. And
Astronomical.
and then he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also changing the name of your lake." just saying.
What are you gonna do about it?
Check Google next week.
But you know what? It had nothing to do with the tariffs. What it was is, at the end of it, they had an agreement. And the only thing is, Trump said that if they did anything with any other country like China, because people are doing a lot of China lately, then they have to get permission from the United States. And that set the guy off. And he called it off. That's the reason for that.
So, Lake America.
And then Canada now is gonna try to put 50% tariff on all the booze that we send over there. Which, so what?
Wait. What does this mean for Crown Royale?
I don't know. What does it mean for Crown Royale?
Hey, I need to know. Is there like a tariff on that?
I would stay away from Canadian products as much
Okay.
as possible.
Fuck.
Oh well,
that.
there goes the authentic maple syrup.
Yeah.
He annexed the maple syrup.
We're not gonna be able to fucking get Tim Horton coffee. Shit.
well.
No more Canada Dry ginger ale.
Ah.
Oh shit.
It's
fuck.
just not, it's just not called ginger ale.
No.
You know, we're gonna do like Russia when Russia kicked out all the American companies and then just took over them and gave them Russian names. You remember that?
Budweiser.
They have their own McDonald's. I forgot
Hi,
what their
Brian.
McDonald's is called. It's called like Happy or something.
So
So they
moving.
no longer have McDonald's in Russia. In Russia,
Yeah, in Russia, when Putin declared war on Ukraine, we passed some
Yeah,
what's the word?
we sanctioned the fuck out of them is what we did.
Yeah, and we pulled out all of our American companies out of Russia, and they said, okay, fine, take your companies, and they basically just plagiarized our companies by just giving them a different name but running them exactly the same.
Yeah, they already had the
oh, and
recipes.
Yeah,
They already had the recipes.
well, conspiracy theories.
yeah.
They say the recipe is human flesh.
Hold on, I want to get a. Okay.
Well, that's always been Russia's superpowers, just being able to throw people into the war machine, just like cannon fodder.
Yeah.
So
Some breaking news now out of Washington here from the Supreme Court, actually, with justices saying they're going to let President Trump's executive order on mail-in balloting go into effect while a bigger court fight plays out. Remember that order, which was signed months ago now, back in March, pushes the Postal Service to put in place a new rule that has states provide a list of eligible voters 60 days before any federal election. Calendar check, midterms are 71 days from today. Got to get to some breaking news.
wait, and there was an update. Wasn't there an update on that? Because I think they had another thing today about it.
No, the judge that had put the judgment on it had to retrieve it.
Supreme Court ruled 6th. Oh no, yeah, it is the 24th. Yeah.
That one judge that put the stop on it had to retrieve it. Reluctantly, might I add.
Yep, Supreme Court sides with Trump on administration of mail-in voting restrictions. So, what were those restrictions, might I add? Hold on, let me Google that real quick so that we can get mail-in voting restrictions passed by Supreme Court. Okay, because I want to cover that. Because every other fucking dude, I'm not gonna sit here and play a 35 fucking minute video, and that seems to be all those are now. So I'm seeing if I can find it on Google. And it's just a bunch of people bitching. I love this. Dude, again, just want to say American media needs to change. Because Jesus Christ, it shouldn't be this hard.
What are you looking for?
Court rejected a challenge that would have restricted mail-in voting. It upheld Mrs. Oh no, it's June 29. Honest. Emergency stay on executive order. This directs federal agencies to compile citizenship lists, have the Postal Service deliver mail ballots only to voters on approved lists, requires states to share lists of intended mail ballot recipients, add tracking barcodes to ballot envelopes, prioritize prosecution of officials who send ballots to ineligible voters. Implementation remains uncertain because of other pending lawsuits, a separate injunction still in effect in one case, and the short time before November 2026 midterm. So 3 liberal justices dissented. Okay, so as it stands, I guess right now this is what we're going with, or is this like still up in the air?
Sounds about right to me.
Okay.
Either way, something needs to be put in place to make things better. I mean, I don't
want to have another fucking conversation about like we did about the 2020 election. So I agree.
We're not. I don't think we will if we keep doing what's been going on. Like I sent. Did you all see? Did any of you see the story I sent in the Discord previously?
Let me
Oh,
check.
shit.
Or did I send that one? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me make sure.
I have
Hey,
to
you need to
re-download
say
the
something,
Discord.
bro.
I got a new phone and I forgot to get the Discord.
Yeah, so
Let
they
me say
found
something.
that dead voters that were taken off of voter rolls were put back on the voter rolls.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But let
Why?
me just say something, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with 2020 election. This is only common sense shit. You only want people with their IDs to show that they're citizens to vote. That's pretty simple, cut and dry. When you go get
That's
food,
racist.
you have to have an ID with proof. When you go get
Yeah,
cigarettes, you have to have an ID to get cigarettes.
I
Well,
agree.
what the fuck? When you go vote,
Some people
you
think
gotta
that's
have an ID.
racist.
I'm so over the ID conversation. The thing that I like, that I think is smart, and it's crazy we're discussing this now and isn't before, but tracking barcodes on ballot envelopes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
perfect.
surprised. I'm surprised that this isn't something that we're already doing.
No shit. This is common sense. It's common fucking sense.
Because that
Yeah.
that that solves the whole 2020 problem. If we have
And putting and having a little code on a license that you're a citizen should also be required. I don't know why that's not on there already. They have safe driver, they have organ donor, they have if you're in
well
the
now
they
they
have,
have they have real ID now, and I don't think you can get real ID without being a citizen.
well, but I mean, like for example, they have I think a license plate for people who have diplomatic immunity. Do they
I'm
not?
gonna make sure I didn't just say that out of my ass.
Don't they have license plates for people with diplomatic immunity? You know, like people who come from other states that are
is
diplomats.
real ID part of the government?
Yeah, it's a thing that Trump implemented. I remember because Eric was it fucked Eric up on a flight because he had to get a new ID that said real ID on it.
With the little star.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I did say that out of my ass. Undocumented people cannot get a real ID.
No, they cannot.
And that's why you should be able to
Yeah.
show your real ID when you vote.
Yeah, undocumented people cannot get a real ID. Real ID is a federal standard for driver's license and ID cards. To issue a compliant card, a state must verify identity and lawful presence. So you don't need to be a citizen, but you can't be undocumented.
Gotta get them papers.
Gotta get them papers.
Big deal.
Get some type of papers.
Yeah, bro. With money, you can get whatever paper you want. What kind of paper you want, you can get whatever paper you want.
You cannot buy the U.S. citizenship.
People
Can you buy
agree-
U.S. citizenship?
Well, I mean, when you
it's not-
apply for
I don't know
change of
about that.
status, it's like $2,000.
You could probably
So
afford
simply
it.
applying to become a citizen is $2,000, and it's not a guarantee.
That's now.
they'll accept
I applied for my citizenship. Bro, more than 10 years ago.
you. How much
Yeah,
was it back then?
15 years ago. Probably more than 15 years ago. I didn't pay that much, to be honest. I didn't pay that much.
Well, recently it's like $2,000.
It was
Wow.
$900.
Mind you, brother, when they were making those prices, they were only worrying about fucking the Cubans. Now they're worried about a lot more than the fucking Cubans when they're making these
All set.
prices.
They're
All
worried
set,
about
brother.
everybody. They're worried about
Say
the
it again?
Chinese, the Arabs, the Indians.
Who's that? No. I don't really follow sports. I'm sorry. You know me to initial that. Where exactly you want me to, on all the X's?
Trump paused all immigration visa appointments globally.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Thank you
I
so
saw a
much,
post
brother.
from India. I saw a post from India, from the country of India, where the
Not really,
Indians are
brother.
saying that the
I
Indians are
look like
saying that
him.
they're stranded in their own country
I look
because
like
they
Super
can't
Mario,
travel
I
to
think,
the U.S.
with a beard.
Hold
Thank
on.
you.
Lewis, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, hold on. Let me do some housekeeping here. All right, go for it. Say that again.
I saw I saw a post from the country of India that they were complaining that their people are stranded in India because they can't come to the U.S. because of the visa stop, the visa block. And
Good.
everyone in the comment section was laughing because it's like, oh, you're stranded in your own country. Like, it's your own country. You should be happy.
Worldwide visa pause. That's fucking crazy.
It's only a pause. Pause. Temporary.
I think it's
Let's,
It's not
necessary.
forever.
let's see what
Maybe.
he's maybe.
I'm national correspondent Kayla Gaskins in Washington. The Trump administration is expanding its immigration crackdown,
Carol Gaskin.
and increasingly that crackdown is reaching legal pathways
What happened?
into the United States. Now, immigrant visa appointments are being paused around the world as officers undergo new training. A new round of tougher visa screening now going global. The State Department says they're halting immigrant visa appointments at U.S. embassies and consulates worldwide as consular officers undergo what the department calls in-depth training. We talked with State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott. What is the goal of this training?
We want to make sure our consular officers have the tools and resources necessary to properly adjudicate these visa cases. Are they actually going to abide by the terms of the visa that they're applying for?
The new move comes after a federal judge blocked an earlier, broader version of the administration's policy, which suspended visa processing for nationals from 75 countries whose citizens the administration deemed a high risk of relying on public assistance. In response to that ban, the National Immigration Law Center released a statement maintaining this unlawful and racist ban caused immeasurable harm, cruelly keeping families and loved ones apart.
What the Trump administration has done from the beginning is say, we are going to put the American people first.
Earlier this week, the State Department announced it's preparing to revoke B-1 business and B-2 tourist visas from foreign nationals who entered the U.S. as temporary visitors, stayed, then later sought asylum. Those visas require applicants to show they intend to return home. As many as 200,000 people could be impacted.
If that person has applied for that temporary visa with the intent to apply for asylum and stay in this country permanently, they have misrepresented themselves to the consular officer. They have committed fraud. And so this is making sure that we are cracking down on fraud in our visa system.
These moves come on top of the more than 175,000 visas the administration says it's already revoked, including from foreign nationals accused of criminal activity or other visa violations. In Washington, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
Carol Baskin.
Good job, Kayla. Dude, they need to fix their audio, dude. Their audio sucks. But, alright. So, pausing it. Sure. Indefinitely?
Well, until the people are trained, who knows how long it's going to take to train all the.
I wonder what the training is. Besides, like, I wonder if it's
getting them all
resetting the questions.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it's that. I think it's just giving them like a new script of questions and teaching them like how to deal with certain issues that might arise.
Making sure no terrorists come in. Do any of us think that that's racist?
No.
Okay.
It literally has nothing to do with any particular race.
Nope.
It has to do with people misrepresenting themselves when they make a application to a visa. saying they only
All,
want to come here temporarily
hey,
and
all
then
means all.
not being temporary.
Justice
All
Department
means
is on
all.
alert after
There is
uncovering
no
and derailing a
figuration. All. Pause. All pause.
I didn't like the volume
Yeah,
of
he
that.
didn't say we're only pausing black people or we're only pausing Chinese people. Like everybody's
Clearly.
getting paused.
The Justice Department says a Chinese hacking operation was responsible for break-ins at the DOJ, NASA, the Federal Reserve, the Senate, and other sensitive U.S. government agencies. In a statement, the Justice Department announced that it has seized internet domains used by two hacking platforms, dubbed QScan and QT Router, which it said were used in the penetration campaign. Court documents say a state-sponsored group known as QTFY was employed by China-based Nanjing Xinjiwei Network Technology Company. In the past, the Beijing government has denied responsibility for any U.S.-directed hacking activity. Attorney General Todd Blanche said federal law enforcement investigated and disabled the PRC's malicious software. FBI Director Kash Patel said the Bureau played a key role in disrupting a global botnet and hacking platform that Chinese state-sponsored hackers used to target U.S. critical infrastructure. USA Today is reaching out to the Chinese embassy in Washington for comment.
The U.S. announcing
Nice AI video there. But yeah, so Chinese hackers, guys. Chinese hackers hacking the Pentagon, the DOJ, NASA, and the Federal Reserve too. Jesus fuck. They hacked into a lot. So again, internet, cybersecurity. I like how it goes right back to that conversation. Hold on, let me see what else we got over here. Oh, haha. We got an update on this. Hold on, wait. Let me pull it up. W. We got a update to this whole thing. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, it's the live video, too. Sweet. Alright, hold up. Wait. Here we go. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Being yourself producer sucks. Here we go.
Sometimes you think about heat checks, and I bet that was a shot she would just take in rhythm anyway.
Cloud finding an angle. And just like that, a 6-point basketball game. Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud. And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena. After Natasha Cloud got that bucket, she wanted her voice heard. We have talked about the conversations surrounding the W. That is Enes Kanter in the building today. And he has voiced how he's felt about the situation. Natasha Cloud voicing her opinion as well.
So
let her play.
It's always women trying to bring other women down, bro. It's fucked
Let her
up.
play. She identifies as a woman. She should be able to play.
The WNBA hasn't issued a formal public statement about Enes Kanter and Royce White, but multiple league sources told outlets a few days ago that the two former NBA players are not eligible for the 2027 WNBA draft.
Well, until there's an official statement, that doesn't mean shit now, does it?
No. In sports, it does. I know that it's not something like when it comes to sports.
So that means no
It's just
transgender men can play either, right?
we don't know yet. We have to wait for them to explain how they've come to the decision.
They have to actually define the term woman because it's part of the league's name.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like they're just gonna like give bullshit excuses. Like, you know how when you like fire somebody or you don't choose to hire a particular person, you don't tell them exactly why you fired or hired them.
Have you
You just
guys
give them like a.
seen the French guy that's the transgender that's like 6'6"?
Yeah.
You seen that guy?
Yeah,
That guy is gonna end up.
Wembenyama.
How about if that guy plays on their league? They're gonna let him in.
See, the W. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Slender, sports sources don't lie to you most of the time. Some of them are terrible sources. Do not use them. But for the most part, like the official sports sources are pretty good. You kind of need that reputation to keep a job in sports. So the WNBA has made their decision, but probably why they haven't released that official statement on top of the conundrum that you presented, Slender, is that the moment that they do, Royce and Enos are filing lawsuits. So, however they word that statement,
Unless they come out and say unless they define what a woman is properly, then they're just going to end up in a lawsuit.
Which I think is where this
or
is
they're going to end up with two
this is
new
the
WNBA players.
This is the WNBA. This is likely going to lawsuit. You know damn well they're not gonna fucking. This isn't gonna be the end, bro.
No, you know what?
To kind of
It
go
may
back.
be with that guy Anus, but it ain't gonna be with the other guy.
You want me to pull all the way to the front?
The other guy's running for Republican office, so I doubt he's gonna drop that, and I'm pretty sure a lawsuit will go.
To kind of go back on like the women, to go back on the women's stereotypes you were talking about earlier. This is the WNBA versus accountability.
So, to take it further, the owner to the, I think it was the Chicago Sky, who I guess is the owner to the arena they play in. He banned Enos until such time as he is deemed not a threat to the league.
What?
Sounds like accusations.
What a pussy! What a fucking pussy!
Sounds
Also,
like accusations.
I think we're missing.
So
I think we're missing the irony.
Because I'm a threat to somebody.
I think we're missing the irony of this guy being named Enos and how it sounds very close to penis.
Enos and his fight for femininity. Enos and the fight for women's rights.
He was on the other day saying stuff like, I can identify as a turtle if I want. I can identify as a freaking squirrel. According to them, I can identify as whatever I want. So why can't I identify?
Yeah, they can't tell him that his identity is not legit. That's their whole thing. Their whole thing is you can't invalidate someone else's identity. So it's like, okay, fine, I'm a woman now. Let me play.
He's wrapping up, bro. These guys are just wrapping them up in their own bullshit, and it's obvious.
It's about time. It's about time. You know, I was telling my wife about this. It's like, it's something that's like embarrassing to do, and that's why nobody's done it yet. But I'm glad these guys are taking up the torch, and they're not embarrassed to do this.
Yeah. Part two.
So, Hold on, let me play this real quick. But up.
No sweet
Really,
crunch.
really important conversation we about to have here, which is why I'm glad we went through all the memes.
Probably driven past an automated license plate reader today and you had no idea. These cameras are mounted on poles, they're along roadways, and they're even in neighborhoods. They capture things like your license plate, but they also capture the make and model of your vehicle, the color, and they would even distinguish a toolbox in the bed of your truck. Automated license plate readers, or ALPRs, aren't new. They've been around since the 90s. Although many companies make automated license plate readers, Flock Safety's rapid expansion across the country has made them the face of public scrutiny. Police say that precision is the point. They're catching criminals and they're saving lives faster while disturbing the public less. Law enforcement have said and argued that, back in the day before we had Flock camera footage and the only description you were given of a stolen vehicle was a white small car. Back then they were pulling over every car that looked like that. But now with Flock, they can take the report and put it into their system and they can identify that very car. But critics call it mass surveillance and a violation of their privacy. One software engineer has even built a website mapping out all the Flock cameras across the country. Others have physically torn them down or even ran them over. So the question remains, where's the line between public safety and Big Brother? Read more about what these cameras mean for your privacy at Deseret.com.
So, yeah, y'all remember the Batman? I don't know if it was the Dark Knight, but it was in that series, the Batman movie where he had the surveillance system on the entirety of Gotham.
Yep.
Do we remember what Morgan Freeman did in that movie when he found out about the system? Okay.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So for Chris, Morgan, who I forget how he was like the Oracle character. Batman was. I forget how the context goes. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but they were in a situation where they were looking for the Joker, and they needed to use like the entirety of like their surveillance capabilities to find him, and this was when he found out that Batman had a way to literally watch everybody in Gotham City all at once. He had an entire security system or surveillance system of the entire city, so he could see everything. When he activated this, that was like Morgan Freeman's last mission with the Batman, and it was a big thing for him. It was like, this is unethical.
All these means that they've been planning this for a very long time now.
Yeah, this is unethical. This is wrong. I'm not going to be about this. We're going to do this.
Freeman.
Yeah, wasn't
it?
He was the actor in the movie. I forget what the character's name was.
Commissioner Gordon? Oh wait,
no, it was
Freeman.
No,
was,
no, he was part of the shareholders. What was he?
No, he was the. Oh my God! Hold on, I'm gonna ask.
Okay, so I mean,
in the Dark
I have
Knight.
a controversial opinion
he was
about
Lucius
the Flock
Fox.
cameras.
He was Lucius Fox.
Yeah, Fox, Lucius Fox. He was the tech guy. This was his breaking point with Batman. This was it. This was, we're gonna do this last thing, and I'm fucking out because this is it. This is my line.
He didn't agree with it. He didn't agree with the surveillance.
How we saw that movie and got to here, I don't fucking know. Like, 'cause that movie did pretty fucking good. I think everybody in the country saw that movie. That was like the height of Batman, bro. So
planning it since then.
So maybe the movie inspired it. Who knows?
Everything that's gonna come out in the future, you've already seen it in Hollywood. That's how shit works.
That's called the overtone window. Overtone. I think that's how you say it.
Overton window.
Overton.
How do you pronounce it? Slender.
Overton window.
Overton window. My accent. I have a strong accent.
So
Yeah.
the conversation about Flock is very literally that conversation that we saw in the movie that I just described. Granted, like the video I just played said, we've had cameras on like red lights for ever, but those cameras were limited in what they could see. These cameras that Flock has, these Flock cameras, are like X-ray, like they can see fucking everything, and they're everywhere. And now we're
Shit, so
getting to,
Orwellian as fuck.
now we're getting to a point where it's becoming a bipartisan conversation where these Flock cameras are an issue. And I'm also noticing while this conversation's going on,
To me, I'm sorry, brother. To me,
my bad.
One cheek and the other cheek, and you open, and then they focus. Open up, and
So,
bro,
on the other side
I'm
of the
sorry.
conversation, I'm noticing that there's an uptick on the social media posts where you're seeing posts like Flock cameras were the reason this criminal got arrested, blah 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 blah. So there's a lot of propaganda around it.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this? Because I might feel like this is a dangerous system we're fucking with here.
I'm on the. So I was trying to say earlier. I have a controversial opinion about it, which is basically that I don't mind it. I'm not bothered by it. I see it as like a natural progression of technology. And to me, like if you have nothing to hide and you're not a criminal, it shouldn't bother you. So that's just my opinion in the simplest form.
Respond to that opinion before I get to the next one. Respond to that.
I always gonna
Motherfucker, do you
say,
understand how many times I am smoking a joint driving in my motherfucking car? I don't want a camera seeing all that.
That's a DUI. You shouldn't do that.
Oh, fuck that. That's living life, all right?
Well,
I'm
don't
always
be a
gonna
criminal.
say,
Wait till you
I'm
get
always
home.
gonna say, I'm always gonna say, Chris, as I always tell you, community prevents crime. Community prevents crime. The state punishes crime. I think that's tyrannical as fuck. Just looking for an excuse to that to me to be honest, the justice system, it looks to me like once again like slave trade, because there's too many fucking laws, too much, and that's just to give you an excuse to how do you say it in English? Hacerte tropezar, to make you stumble,
To trap you. It's
to
entrapment. You're
trap
talking
you.
about entrapment. Entrapment.
And yeah, pretty much. And then they
I
feel
don't
their
think so.
prisoners with
I don't think
slaves.
so because nobody forces you to break a law.
Right. There's always a nuance to all that. But
You have a choice.
the thing is, I don't believe in big government. I'm a to I guess I'm if we're gonna use labels, I consider myself a libertarian. I don't like labels at all, but I consider myself a libertarian, not a liberal. Because
I
here,
mean, I
liberal is something
understand that.
else.
I understand that because as a Republican, we believe in smaller governments too. I just see this as like the natural progression of technology, right? It's like cameras are getting better and better. So now these are just smart cameras that can help the police do their job better.
Too smart.
So
yeah,
they're
but
too smart.
Too smart.
No, we've had. So let me get in here. We've had this technology before. Flock is just making it a widespread thing. And the issue with Flock is the way that they are installing. They're not following Roland Libertarian. They're not following proper regulations and stuff on where they're installing it at times because of, I guess they're just doing it quickly in places. But I see two sides of it, because the fact that you have to remember that the majority of problems we have are from the bottom 1% of society. If we had a way of taking care of that, I'm not advocating for just permanently removing the bottom 1% of society, but remedying the issue, you know, then we
Alright,
wouldn't have
Asmongold
to
Gold.
worry about things like this.
Yeah. We can't have
I don't, I
nice
don't, I
things
don't
because
follow.
of
I don't
certain
follow
people.
Slender. What do you mean the bottom 1%? Okay, I'm not following it. Maybe
The,
I'm
bo-
lost.
So
the,
the
the,
bottom
the
1% of
bottom
society
1%
are
is
why we
the.
have Walmarts and stuff and shopping centers locking up their products.
There you go.
You gotta
Oh.
lock up the freaking laundry detergent, man.
You say black people?
Oh,
You're
he
referring
didn't
to black.
say black people. Jesus.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good
Whoa.
lord.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I didn't get the euphemism. I'm sorry
Wow.
about that.
Nobody said that. Nobody was saying.
The bottom 1%. Oh my god.
Not the fire alarm.
With
Oh my god.
That was
That's kind of
wrong,
fucked up.
dude. That
That's
was
kind of
wrong.
fucked up.
That was uncalled for, Lewis.
But he said the bottom. I'm like, my mind went straight over there. And this motherfucker is referring to black people.
That
Say
sounds
that.
racist, Lewis.
Jesus.
Wow. Anyway. Yeah, so then you wouldn't have to worry so much about police states as much, because you got to remember the bottom 1% is actually a large portion of the population overall comparatively. Not like super large, but large enough.
You know, I actually, you got the defund the police crowd. I'm on the opposite side. I think the police are underfunded. I think the more help they can get, the better.
I would
It's just
say
like the
that
people
there
they
are
talk about.
some.
It's like the
Chris
people
is
they talk
trying to
about
get me
revolution.
fucking pulled over, bro. I don't like this.
No, but the thing is, I agree with Chris on that one because
Chris, you understand that when I'm in that fucking express lane, it's like 85 miles an hour with a joint hanging out my mouth. Like, you gotta stop this.
Listen, I used to roll 2 blunts whenever they would give me a long distance call to go pick up a body in the Keys. I would roll 2 blunts, one to smoke on the way there,
Like
and one
85
to
miles
smoke
an
on the
hour
way
with a
back.
joint hanging
So
out
I
my
feel
mouth. Like,
you.
you gotta stop
But
this.
I've quit smoking weed. I don't do drugs anymore, and now I'm like, okay,
I haven't, bro. So stop this.
I feel you, but it's like it is technically against the law.
No. It's overlooked, and it needs to continue to be overlooked.
Speaking of being overlooked, I was on my way to St. Augustine, and I had just smoked a joint in my truck, and I got pulled over. And I was actually drunk because we had been drinking. And this cop pulled me over, and he smelled the weed in my truck, and he was like, "Have you been smoking?" And I said, "No, I smoked yesterday in my truck while I was parked at the hotel, but I didn't smoke at all today," which was a total lie. I had literally just smoked a joint in my truck an hour before, and so my truck stunk. And he didn't even care about that. He was like, "You know what? I don't care about that. I don't care about the weed. You were swerving a little bit, so I'm gonna do some field sobriety tests." And dude, I don't know how I locked in so hard. I passed the field sobriety test, and he let me go. I told him I swerved because I was on my phone. I was trying to find another song to play, and that's why I was swerving. And I don't know how he bought it, and he just let me go.
I've done that.
Yeah, and I was just being really cool with the guy. I wasn't slurring my speech. I mean, I can handle my liquor. I can drink a good amount, and that was crazy. But the coolest
But
thing
that's a
was that
DUI, Chris.
well, that's why I don't do that anymore, because I'm not trying to risk it.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah,
So-
but still, you don't defund the police, bro. You don't do that shit. Just like the people talk about revolution and all that. We need a revolution. You don't want a fucking revolution.
How about the revolution is? How about you start making right choices?
we need to redefine what some of those right choices are. Listen, man, smoking weed on the highway should not be a bad choice. That's never a wrong decision. I refuse to believe.
How
It
about
feels
getting a
great. It
blowjob?
feels amazing.
How about getting
Yeah.
a blowjob?
But unfortunately, it is considered a DUI if
Yeah,
they
that's
catch you.
bullshit.
Getting a blowjob?
And yeah, if they catch you, which,
If they catch you.
without the flock, it's a lot harder, bro.
And legal advice, if they ever catch you, I was stupid to accept the field sobriety test because I just didn't want to go to jail automatically. But according to my friend who has a lawyer, his brother's a lawyer. My friend, because his brother's a lawyer, his brother just told him just deny the sobriety test. They'll take you to jail. We'll bond you out, and I'll represent you in court, and then we'll get all the cases dropped because they have no evidence on you. So
Yeah, but
always
you were
deny,
confident.
deny. Yeah.
But you were confident. You know what?
And I passed.
You know
I
what?
couldn't believe it.
I haven't said it on the podcast yet. For all the dumb decisions that I made legally in my terrorism case, state didn't even pick up the case and all my shit got dropped.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Confidence on being retarded.
Hell yeah. You stood your ground. Stood your ground.
They said none of the witnesses wanted to testify or like put in statements.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
They were like, "No, we can't snitch, bro."
But going back, Pops.
Which, I mean, thank God.
Pops, what's the discourse on the Newsmax about the flock cameras, man?
Oh, he's muted. Unmute him.
Well, nobody likes the flock cameras. No. Can you hear me? Okay.
I could hear you.
All right. Nobody likes the flock cameras, bro. Nobody likes their privacy being infringed like that. However, there is necessities to it. Like maybe they should just use it to track fucking murderers and shit. You know, people that like just slaughtered 5 people. You know, like track them motherfuckers. But like everybody else, getting in everybody's business is, I don't know.
You know, Slender made a very good point that they're just putting them just about anywhere. I think they should restrict flock cameras.
Chris, before you get to that, well, hold that. Pops, but if the technology is there and set up, would you trust the Democratic president or the Democratic government to not use that technology?
No.
Yeah, okay. See.
Dude, yeah, you're right. Imagine flock cameras
I don't
during
trust,
COVID.
like,
If they had flock
everybody.
cameras
That's
during
the thing.
COVID,
I don't care if they're Democrat or fucking Republican. That's just an invasion of privacy.
I posed it like that because
Yeah, I know where Chris is going with the flock cameras during COVID. They would have been going hard on a lot more people than just like the body surfer, or whatever he was doing out in the ocean or whatever.
yeah.
So if they just kept it to
Slender-
license plate readers, then I would say, but putting up all the different types of cameras and everywhere they are is where it becomes an issue. I mean, I do see
right, and the where
their side.
Right, and the where is what I was gonna get to. I think there should be a restriction on the where, and it should be restricted to like only highway use. Because I saw some Republican people getting upset that they put a flock camera in the middle of the forest in front of an outdoor shooting range. There was an outdoor shooting range by this forest on a national park, and they were like, "Why the fuck would you put a flock camera here? You want to look at all of us who have guns in the neighborhood?" So I do think that's an invasion of privacy. If you just restrict the flock cameras to only being on interstates and major highways, I think that's more reasonable.
Yeah, exactly where they need to be to pull Monkey over with his joint on the road. Fucking dick.
I would say
Dude,
that
wait a minute.
when
Wait
it's
a minute.
focusing on
Whoa,
cars,
whoa. Let's go back. How in the fuck are they going to distinguish a cigarette from a fucking joint? with a
Same way they can identify a fucking toolbox in your car. Are you kidding me? These are AI
They
cameras.
know what's inside the paper, bro.
They won't know what's inside the paper. People roll their own cigarettes.
That's correct. So they wouldn't.
Or if it's
be
a
able
blunt,
to know.
it could be a cigar, cigarillo.
Oh yeah. What about the blunt guy? What's going to be
The
his
cigarillo.
excuse?
What? There's
You'll have to
that
roll
roll
a fatty.
cigars.
Cigarillos and cigars and stuff. There's plenty of people that just smoke the things that blunts are normally.
Cigarillos.
Like,
Okay. Let me make it. Let me bring it to a more relatable, because I
also the
just
fact
made
that
it
you really
selfish.
shouldn't be smoking and driving, but you know.
But
that's
shut the I do what I want. All right, now listen. Let me make it a more relatable topic. We all hate speed traps and seatbelt traps. Could you imagine those on flock? Like, flock cameras now can identify when you're not wearing a seatbelt, and then 2 miles down the road you're getting pulled over, because that would never happen.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know what this is reminding me of? There was like this news broadcast like in the 80s when they started getting strict on drinking and driving, and a bunch of people from a small town were complaining on the news. They're like, "What? You can't drink a beer and drive anymore? This is communism."
No, but at some point we've had this in the past too, because I remember when Waze came about, we had this conversation. And I think actually Waze and Google won, but it's like
technically GPS tracks you. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what it was, the conversation back then was the cops did not like that Waze was identifying
letting
speed
people
traps.
know. Yeah.
And they were trying to get that. They were trying to make that illegal, and then I guess they went to court, and the court ruled in favor of Waze and Google.
Dude, they've had fuzz.
First Amendment.
They've had fuzzbusters since the fucking 70s.
Yeah.
Now,
The radar
in this other situation, it's kind of like the reverse scenario, where we're discussing like the potential of these cameras being able to identify a speeder or a seatbelt user, but at what point is that unfair? I guess I hesitate to say entrapment, because that's not technically entrapment. I don't think that legally.
No, entrapment is like when a cop asks you to do something illegal knowingly.
Yeah.
And they tell you, I won't arrest you. Just
Or
go
they
ahead and
put-
do it, and I will look the other way.
Yeah,
And then
they
when
put
you do it-
they put a truck in a
Cops do that all
neighborhood.
the time, bro. They try and make it seem like they're cool and stuff, but everything you say can be used against you.
Yeah, that's entrapment. I don't think the bait car is entrapment. There used to be a whole show about it. Do you remember in LA there was the bait car show?
Yeah. And the
I don't
bait
think that's entrapment.
I remember that was a big fucking in high school. That was a big conversation. The bait car, and whether or not that was entrapment.
I don't think so, because you have a choice and you just have to choose not to steal a car.
I think what it
That's
is
pretty
for me, it depends on the direction. Like if someone's sitting there being like, you should steal that car, and that guy ends up being like an undercover cop.
You should put your fucking
That's
seatbelt
entrapment.
on anyways.
That's entrapment.
Everybody should put their fucking seatbelts on anyways, bro. So if they catch you without a seatbelt, fuck you, get a ticket. Because you should have your seatbelt. Yeah.
I don't like to drive.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, man.
I agree.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I fell asleep driving my work van one day, and I crashed into a box truck at like 40 miles an hour.
Or what
Only
if-
reason I didn't break my whole shit was because I had a seatbelt on.
What if you're Huey Freeman, right? real G's are gonna know who that is, and if you don't know, you don't know, and I'm sorry. But what if you're like
From the
Huey?
Boondocks?
Yeah. What if you're like Huey Freeman, right? and you've got a poor disposition, but you're not technically doing anything illegal, but it's like borderline, like you should be on a watch list, right?
Yeah.
And now you got these block cameras. you know, are we supposed to? Wouldn't that be a violation? We're gonna use the block cameras to keep an eye on this guy that's not technically doing anything illegal, but Or how does this work with sting operations? Are they going to use these for sting operations? And what's the legality of that? Because no one's really doing
I think that's
anything
the
illegal.
plan. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is the Batman question. And Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman's a good guy, dude. We're supposed to side with Morgan Freeman on that one.
I mean, I say it's partially a Batman question, but you gotta also ask yourself, how much different will it make things when people all usually have cell phones and your cell phone is basically tracking you 24/7?
I'm glad you brought that up because that was a thing that a lot of people brought up to me when we were talking about this on chat rooms and on forums. Was
I mean, I don't
like,
agree
yeah,
with
but
the cameras, obviously, but
how much do you care if like the government can track you through your phone and all that anyway? Which, to an extent, I understand that, but like that's
Can I say
not.
something? Can I say something? Okay.
Go for it.
In Cuba, we have, I don't know how to translate it in English. In Cuba, we have el CDR, Comité de Defensa de la Revolución, right? Revolution
Wait, what?
Committee Defense, the Defense Committee. Comité de Defensa de la
Oh.
Revolución. How would you translate that into English?
Lewis.
Give me one second. One second.
No, wait. I'm telling you, back
Wait,
that
your
up because
sound
we can't
quality is
hear
bad.
you. We can't hear a word you're saying right now. You got to talk a little bit more into your microphone.
Okay. In Cuba, we have something called el CDR. If Chris could help me how to translate this. Comité de Defensa de la Revolución. Okay?
Committee of Defense
Yeah.
for the Revolution.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, human flock cameras, snitches. That's exactly what the fuck it is.
Just
right?
like spies.
So
They're
to
spies.
me, exactly. Spies, snitches, to me, it's the same shit, but with AI, with technology. It's the same. That's how I see it. That's my perspective.
That's
okay?
what it is. That's what it is.
So
I just had this thought.
It's communism.
I don't like it. It's communism, really.
Didn't we just have a topic in this podcast as we speak about
and it's actually worse.
About the Chinese.
It's actually worse.
Didn't we just have a topic about the Chinese government hacking all of our shit?
Yep.
Yeah, actual spies.
Like, and not just that, but like a stalker with enough willpower and education on technology.
You know what Trump's answer? Hey, you know what Trump's answer was to that? I think they asked him about the Chinese thing. He said, "Well, we do that too, to them."
Yeah. Okay, but
I'm just saying that's what he said.
I'm talking about the cameras, man.
No,
imagine if stalkers can hack those cameras and then just stalk you. That's like a wet dream, dude. Be able to stalk you fucking all the way to your house. AI cameras.
Yeah. I don't like the flock cameras. I don't like that they track our phones. I don't even like the ring cameras in the house. Like smart houses, none of that shit. I don't like none of that shit.
They don't just track our phones, bro. If you're talking to a buddy about fucking buying a certain product or something like that, next thing you know, you're getting fucking texts about buying certain products.
They can't see me.
So they're listening. They're listening. And that's
I
been
don't,
my
you
thing.
know what? I don't think they're even listening. I think AI is. I think all of our phones. Yeah, I think all of our phones have an AI algorithm that runs in the background, and it picks up on
Yeah.
what we're communicating on, and then sends us ads based on those communications. That's
I shall return.
my 100% true. Like,
Yesterday, I had an ad of a 12-inch. Like, how do you know I haven't come out of the closet yet?
like all right, we're gonna wrap this
That's
up
just a
with.
corny joke, brother. I
We're gonna
am a
wrap
corny
this up
joke.
as depressing as possible. I'm so sorry. Uh, we lost Dolly Parton this week, and then
And
and
Tim Curry.
and Tim Curry, and we had found out that happened on the same day, but they didn't want Tim Curry to get Farrah Fawcetted by Dolly Parton, so they let Dolly have her day, and then they told us about Tim Curry the next day.
And the
Um,
drummer for ZZ Top.
well, if you remember, earlier in the month we had lost Hayden Pantier, which I don't know if I think everybody here has seen Remember the Titans. She was in that movie. She was the coach's daughter. Um, so that was the Dolly and Tim Curry thing. To put that in a way that my friend had put it, that shit was like 9/11 to the gay community. Um,
Tim Curry.
yeah. Yeah, well, Dolly too. Dolly was a major ally to the LGBT cause.
The
Like she
gay.
don't. That was one of her favorite things that she donated to. Um, but
The gays.
what I will say about both of these people, so that we can end this podcast on a positive spin on a negative news. Um, I don't like country music. I do not fuck with the music at all. I cannot stand the country music. So I was not a Dolly Parton fan for her music. But that's something that to be said about what I'm about to say next. To be this kind of a person and have this kind of effect. I was sad to tell my dad that Dolly Parton died. Because, like, yeah, I didn't like her music, but Dolly Parton was so much more than her music. And the one thing that I respected the most about Dolly Parton was she made billionaire money and actively until the day she died did everything she could to not be a billionaire. Like gave copious amounts of money away. This woman donated to every fucking hurricane relief fund that you can think of since Hurricane Harvey. She donated to causes that I can't think of the names for. She made the Imagination Library that sends books to kids all over the country. Like Dolly Parton was way more than the music and the acting, and that's why I think I was so sad to tell my dad that she was gone because that's much when you're a celebrity that's that big and famous. We all say what they accomplish in that field, but I remember Dolly Parton for what she accomplished outside of her occupation, and for you to do that and make that your career, it says a lot because a lot of people do not do that with their money. They do that. They do just enough for a tax write-off. Dolly Parton did so much more than just a tax write-off. But when it comes to Tim Curry, I do have to talk about his occupation. That man was in way more movies than I can think of, but he was also in way more video games than I can think of. There's so many video games that I know, especially if you guys are familiar with the Command and Conquer series. There's so many video games that I know Tim Curry in, and he was. There's a lot of B list, C list games where all the other voice actors and all the other like on-screen actors are totally fucking mailing it in, and you can tell Tim Curry's the only one that gives a whole fuck about anything that he's doing. Like, Tim Curry's the only one excited to be the general in an RTS game that only 25,000 people are gonna play. That guy was an actor upon actor upon actors, dude. Like, you could tell in his body of work, he did love everything that he was doing. Like, guy was very imaginative, and of course, we all remember him from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, you know, these guys were huge fucking legends in the game, and it's sad to see them go. 2026 sucks. They've taken a lot of good ones, dude. We lost Vanderbeek, we lost Norris, Dolly fucking Parton now.
Oh, we're going over the losses.
Yeah, man. Dude, did we lose
So
Catherine O'Hara too? Like that was this year, wasn't it?
Who did you say so far?
Catherine O'Hara.
I know we lost Chuck Norris. I know we lost James Vanderbeek. I know Dolly and Tim just happened. I know we lost the girl from Remember the Titans.
You heard me? Oliver Tree.
Oliver Tree, yeah, that was a huge one.
Mm-hmm. We lost
Fuck, dude.
That was really sad because it was a freaking helicopter accident in Brazil. So unnecessary.
Oh, we lost two people from The Sopranos. Like, and they were back to back.
Hey, where's the freaking gabagool?
So we lost. Oh wow, a good number of people that were.
Oh, you got the list?
Celebrities. Not all of them were like actors or anything, so I'm going to skip the ones that weren't actors and stuff like that, like actor or musician, unless they were like really. Well, I guess I'll go over them all because you guys would probably care more. All right, so there's like 107 of them. I don't even know if this is fully, because let me see here. It's not even a full list because there's someone on here that it doesn't even have mentioned yet.
We got like the whole obituary for the year.
It's an article of celebrity deaths 2026, but it's missing. So yeah, it has Tim Curry, Dolly Parton, Hayden Panettiere, Tyler Duckworth, two-time winner of the challenge. Oh, right, yeah, I heard about that. Ben Jones from Dukes of Hazzard. The star of Phantasm, Reggie Bannister.
Oh! Just today we lost the voice of Optimus Prime.
Yep, I was going to bring that up because that's not on the list. Yep, Peter Cole.
That 90s actor girl. Well, two of the 90s actor girls.
Alan Nascimento, the UFC fighter. Vincent Pastore from Sopranos. From Night Heat, Scott Hylands.
Two of like the most famous 90s female actresses.
The dude from The Godfather.
Yeah. I see. Hold on. I don't see that.
Oh, and Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer died.
Yeah, I think that one's on.
Is that the girl?
No.
Two female actresses died from the 90s.
Oh,
I forget their names.
Was Ted Turner this year or last year?
Ted Turner, I think, was last year. So was Charlie Kirk, right? Last year?
No, Ted Turner.
Oh,
Charlie
the girl
Kirk was
from
last year.
Godzilla vs. Kong that was only 18 died this year too.
Jesus.
She was in a car crash. Oh, the woman from Home Alone 2, the pigeon woman, Brenda Fricker. She died.
The dude from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Have
The
you mentioned the two female actresses from the 90s?
oh my god, I know what you're talking
Two
about. I don't
female
remember.
actresses.
There's two of them. There's one that died this week and one that died a month or 2 months ago. And they were
The
both
one I
hot.
talked about was Hayden Panettiere, which I already mentioned. We mentioned that.
Yeah,
the other
Hayden.
one was like a brunette. One was a blonde, the other was a brunette.
Fucking Kitty something. Kitty. I know what you're talking about. It was like Kitty something.
Yeah, she was a 90s icon.
Ya estoy en Miami. Ya. I'm in Miami.
Oh yeah, we lost the
Guys,
guitarist to Motorhead.
I'm gonna let you go, guys. And as usual, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. Take care. Have a good night. No se hagan mucha paja.
Jesse Jackson died this year.
Como pinga. How the fuck do I get it?
That happened in like January or February. I forget which, but like Jesse Jackson died this year. I remember that.
Lindsey Graham, dog.
Lindsey Graham?
Oh, Lindsey Graham.
Oh.
Our supporter
James
of
Vanderbeek
Israel.
died too.
Yeah, the Dawson.
Yeah.
That one was fucked up, bro. I feel like he was way too young.
Oh right, Catherine O'Hara died.
Yeah, from the mother from Home Alone.
Yeah, she was also more recently in Schitt's Creek.
Oh no! Yeah, that's right. She was pretty. That was a pretty white lady.
Oh, Bob Weir died.
Kaylee Hottie was the girl that the from
yeah,
Godzilla.
From Godzilla,
yeah. Yeah. I remember we lost two from The Sopranos because I was talking to Paulie about it. Yeah, dude, it's. I think we're having a problem with this because 2026 is taking like a fuckload of people. I feel like way more people died in this year than since like
Any other year.
2020.
What is happening? Who's behind it?
Fucking. I believe that was like. We just had something happen in the NFL world too, where someone on the Bills lost their like 2-year-old.
The Bills?
Yeah, it was like a huge news too. Because he didn't make practice from it. They were talking about it all yesterday. Dory Funk died this year too in the wrestling world. Which, saying right now, like, someone needs to put Ric Flair in a glass box. Whatever box we put the Pope in. We need to put Ric Flair in that box.
Ric Flair's got to be old as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Ric Flair's old enough to have played poker with Jesus, I feel. But all right, guys, this is the end for now. Unless anybody's got anything else they want to talk about. I feel
The
like
only
we
other
should
thing
end.
going on is all the stuff with Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh yeah, the Cyber League thing.
Yeah, they're taking it a bit far to go after the Cyber League people by trying to subpoena a bunch of services, which is going to get information from a bunch of people not even involved.
Hey man, this could have all been prevented if they would have stuck to the original game release date. But no.
It's true. Well, it also would have been prevented if they didn't make stupid decisions like they've been lately. $100 game, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. I hate the way gaming's gone, bro. And it's not going to get any better.
That's why I mostly play indie.
Same. But on that note, I will leave the podcast with this. If Lindsay Clancy is innocent, so is Chris Benoit.
Hear, hear.
Free the crippler crossface.
And the NFL has to get more man.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. We can't end on that. Do you know that they took away the Pro Bowl? Like, okay. For the two that's not sports privy to the podcast. And for the entire time that we've been alive and long before we were alive, there was this game that would happen at the end of the season for the NFL. And if you played in this game, it was like an accolade. It was called the Pro Bowl, and only the best of every position got to play this game.
Never
and
mind.
It was,
say it like this: every sport, major sport, has an all.
Oh yeah, that is true. Every major sport has a version of this.
Has an all-star game, and this was the NFL's all-star game.
But in recent time, somewhere along 2016 or 17, whenever they took it out of Hawaii, which is where they would have this game,
that was the whole allure.
It was a regular football game, and then they turned it into a flag football game. And then this year they're just not having the game at all. And instead, they're going to give you the accolade. So basically what they're going to do is tell a player like Joe Burrow, like, hey, Joe, you're a Pro Bowler this year, but we don't play that game anymore. Congratulations. Fucking years and years and years and years and years and years of tradition.
Down the fucking toilet.
Fuck it.
Even college football has all-star game. East and West. I mean, they even have an all-star game. Even college football. But, yeah.
What happened to the game I love? You know, that maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm not.
Maybe we need a new commissioner. Maybe that.
No. We need to find a politician that will run
That's the problem
campaign.
with the fucking commissioner we have now. The politician.
We need a politician that will campaign on bringing back the NFL from the 1990s when Ray Lewis was allowed to kill people.
Yes.
And
Make
whoever,
hits legal again.
whatever party line that falls on, I'll just vote. If that ends up being Democrat, I'll vote Democrat. If that ends up being Republican, whoever is for making football great again, no, making the NFL great again, that's gonna be the politician that will have my undying loyalty. That I cannot, I haven't found a politician that's willing to do this, and that's why I'm politically homeless today.
Make hits legal again.
So James Fishback, if you ever want a political career, my vote. You got to run on making the NFL great again. All right.
Legalize excessive force.
Hassan Piker. I'm willing to take Al Qaeda if Ray Lewis is allowed to sack people again. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'll trade in.
No.
Say again?
No drug test. Let them be juiced up.
Yes. Steroids is. I want honestly NFL blitz, but for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna end this podcast. Make the NFL great again.
They've even crucified drug use.
All the boys juiced up and doing hits like it's the 90s.
Baseball hasn't been watchable since we stopped letting them have steroids, is all I'm saying. Alright? We all used to be baseball fans when Mark McGwire was fucking putting them over the light poles.
Into the fucking stratosphere.
Yeah, like when Jose Canseco was allowed to just like put balls in the fucking on the moon because his arms were the size of Hulk Hogan's. Like that was when baseball was good, dude. Like,
and then everybody would roid rage and fucking get into a dog pile.
Fuck player safety. This is about entertainment. What happened to the gladiators, man?
Yeah.
These people are supposed to be you're taking that away from them. It's supposed to be a part of their story. I put my body on the line for years.
It all started with toxic masculinity.
No, dude.
The left started with toxic masculinity.
No, it started way before then. It started with CTE research. That's where it started.
Yeah.
That was where they started pussifying my fucking sports games.
Too many athletes were beating their wives at home because of CTE.
He's not wrong.
the wives were like, "You never used to be this way."
Way too many Ray Rice things were happening, and they were like, we should probably look into this. I remember there was this one story, and they found out he had really bad CTE, but a linebacker on the Chiefs, before they became this was like before Patrick Mahomes was even a quarterback, but a linebacker on the Chiefs had shot his wife, I think it was, and then drove all the way to the Chiefs practice facility with the cops behind him to go tell his coach what he did, and then shoot himself in front of his coach.
Oh, fuck.
And this was about the time that rules started to change.
They said enough is enough.
Yeah, they didn't know how to explain that one, This is why hockey is so important. It's the last bastion we have of...
It's the last one. It's the last one.
And they tried fucking with it, bro. Remember, we've had conversations about, should we fight in hockey? Should we be allowed to fight in hockey? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Everybody goes to hockey games to see the fights.
They got
So-
fucking helmets on. Let them fight.
You think I'm trying to see the puck in the goal? No, dude. I don't give a fuck about all that, dude. I want to see how many people get laid the fuck out on the way to that.
I want to see dudes getting tackled into plexiglass.
When I play the
That could be-
NHL game, I'm not trying to score goals. I'm trying to chase the guy with the puck and kill him. That's how I think hockey is played. I think shooting a goal is like a secondary function to hockey. And you know what's funny? You would think that's an asshole statement in hockey, but in the sport, no, they have a role for you on the team. It's called bruiser. What they figure out is, oh, you don't play hockey, you just kill people? Great. So we're not going to use you for any scoring situations, but when I want to kill a guy, all right, you're going to play a few minutes. It's great. In the NFL, we ban these people for life, but in hockey, Vontez Perfect would have had a great career.
You get a promotion.
All right, I'm done now. This is it for real this time. No more tricking me into topics. I'm going to end this podcast.
Yep.
Good night.
You guys.
Yep. Have a good.
I'm surprised Slender is even still fucking here.
Oh, I just mostly tuned out for the sports talk.
All right. Have a good night. Peace.